Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so let me just introduce myself, y'all. Good evening, y'all. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I was late today, y'all. You know, today is a special day for me, so I'm so sorry, y'all, that I had to honor myself. You know, today is my 10th year anniversary. This is the day I became an AKA. It's crazy, y'all. Like, I just remember that day. Like, y'all, I still look the same 10 years ago. You know that?
You do.
But I gained a little weight, but it's all right.
No, you still look the same, girl.
Look, there, I was 23. That was, and then, y'all, mind you, remember I told you, so when I met you, I had short hair. You know, my hair was back.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You was 23?
Yes, I was.
Oh, you a little old little thing, huh? How old is you now?
Well, I'm 33 now, sir.
Oh, you 33? Oh.
Yeah, I'm 33, Negro. Look. But it's just so great. I wanted to share this honor with them and just enjoy my success. You know, me being a black woman in a sorority, the first black Greek sorority.
Mm-hmm.
So honored to do that. I mean, it was just an amazing time of my life. You know, regardless, I don't speak to my sisters, but I want to wish them well also a happy anniversary because, you know, it's my 10th year. 10 years ago, we shared this day. We made a moment in history to become the Greek sorority of our chapter, 5 chapters. And we really, really did beautiful things. And so no matter what, you know, regardless of what has ever happened, I just want to wish them well, love, and blessings. But not even that, you know, thank you so much for everybody that wished me a happy anniversary. Like, y'all, look, I feel old as hell, but hey.
You know, Regina wish you one.
That part. But I'm just so excited, bro. So y'all, okay, so now we're going with that. Now, y'all, today we are celebrating the 30th anniversary of the amazing The Bodyguard soundtrack. And I'm just so excited and honored to have my friend JR to talk about this. I see you got your Whitney shirt on, sir.
Yeah, because I got something to say. But go ahead.
Oh, God. JR, already there. We ain't even started, but JR, you know, yesterday made 30 years for The Bodyguard. Like, how do you feel it's been 30 years since the soundtrack? Well, first, before we get to that, like, how you feel now? It's been 30 years ago, but, like, what was your reaction when Whitney Houston, you know, when she first came on the scene? Like, how did you feel about her when she first came out?
Oh, man. For me, I mean, when Whitney came out, we gonna be real here. It took a minute for Whitney to blow. It took a minute. You know what I mean? Because the first 2 singles didn't really pop.
Yeah.
Like, but when You Give Good Love popped off, rap, you know what I'm saying? And once that, Whitney went into overdrive and it was a rap. And then she couldn't be stopped. It just kept going. So, you know, after she married Bobby, you know what I'm saying? Her and Bobby got married. She wanted to be a wife and wanted to have some kids. She was like, I'm done with this. I done sold over 30 million records in 3 years. Like, well, like 4 years. I'm done. Like, I'm good. You know what I mean? So.
Well, bro, before we get to that, what was your introduction to Whitney? Like, how were you introduced to Whitney Houston?
Actually, I was introduced to Whitney going through my grandparents' vinyl collection. And
what?
Out the single For How Will I Know. It was colorful as hell, and it was all of that, and you know what I'm saying? It was bright and all this, and then, you know, I'm a Janet fan, so I found out that Janet actually, they sent that to her first. But Janet didn't take it. Thank you, Jesus. And it belonged to Whitney. And from then, I became a fan. And then once she came out with I'm Your Baby Tonight, it was rap. It was a rap for me. As y'all can see, that's my favorite album from her. So, and then once she came to The Bodyguard, Whitney was on another, like, level for real. Like, she couldn't be touched. None of the girls.
So, yeah, like you said, for her marrying Bobby, I think that was a huge transition. Like, how did you feel at that time when Whitney did marry Bobby, but not even that? Like, what did you think of that transition? Shut up, y'all. What did you think of that? I know you're going to be honest, but what did you think about that transition for her leading up to The Bodyguard? Like, how did you think that played out for her at that time? And, like, what did you think that was going to be for her at that time when The Bodyguard did drop?
To be honest, I think the media had more of that, like she was the princess marrying the bad boy, but we all in the hood was like, Whitney just as hood as us. So it really didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It was like, all right, she got with Bobby. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? But it was like, to be honest, once I Will Always Love You hit, it hit. You know what I mean? Like, it hit, and it was all over the place. And it was like, Whitney was like, I don't give a damn. Like, I'm chilling. I'm pregnant. Like, I don't care. Like, this is not bag. I want to chill. You know what I mean? But the Clive Davis was like, no, ma'am, we got an album to sell. And it's crazy that that woman had literally had to sacrifice a lot for our entertainment.
Yeah.
It came back literally 3 months after having a baby, going on tour for this record. Like, who do that, yo? Like, she didn't really get a break. She had by March and ended up doing rehearsals for tour in June.
Right. Well, bro, okay, so before we get to that, I wanted to ask you, like, when the Bodyguard, when the soundtrack dropped, did you have a gut feeling that it was going to be a hit when it came through? Or you know what, your reaction when I Will Always Love You dropped? What was that reaction like?
First of all, I was like, damn. Like when I heard I Will Always Love You, as much as I give it fever, and I do give I Will Always Love You fever, but you cannot say that that is not an amazing Whitney vocal. Like, it's like, yo, like just the first 3 lines, like when she's singing on it, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, wow, like that vocal is crazy. But I never thought that it would blow to what it is. You know what I mean? I never thought. I was just like, all right, Whitney gonna get another, this is gonna be like another Whitney era. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But not adding TV into it and all of this and movies and all that, and this shit blew, and it blew. It was like Whitney was higher than everybody.
Yeah, Curtis said at first he didn't get it either. Like, that's crazy. I hear that from a lot of y'all. Like, Jared, at that time when The Bodyguard came out, like you said, she was pregnant. She was good and pregnant, child. Look, I didn't even know she was pregnant 2 years later on the pop-up video when they announced, when they said it. I was like, what? And then it made sense.
You better with pop-up video.
I mean, Jared, I didn't know. I was young. But I remember when I was seeing that on pop-up video, like in the 2000s, they was like, Whitney was pregnant at the time. I was like, what? Because you couldn't tell because she was leaned over, so I didn't know. Oh, you got some people in the chat saying, Jared, like, she knows how and where to place her power when she sings. She knows how to create a build. I Will Always Love You is a great example of that. Yeah. And like you said, bro, it was just, to me, it was just, like I told you, the first time I heard about this song and everything was in 1995. But at the same time, like, I didn't know how big she was until, like, I kind of seen that movie a little bit in 95. But for me, I got introduced to her through Way to Excel. And for me, I just thought she was beautiful. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Like, she was the most beautiful woman in the world. Like, her beauty jar is undeniable. You see when I dropped that clip of I Have Nothing, how beautiful she was. That's why I'm just really shocked at the time when she came out. She was like, when Kevin Costner, you know, at the funeral, he was like, she was just judging about how she looked. I'm like, what? Like, out of all the people, Whitney Houston? That thing right there? How gorgeous she was, it didn't make no sense to me.
It just goes to show that our celebrities that we love and all that, they have insecurities as well. I mean, you got Whitney that didn't think she was the best. You had Janet Jackson who didn't think she was the best. And these are beautiful women. Like, we look at them like, y'all are beautiful, but they have their insecurities, and they just like, and I'm like, this is Whitney at the height. Like, the light, hi Rosenberg, the light bright on her. You know what I mean? Like, completely shining bright on her. And
that's right.
I don't know if I'm great. And that's like, wow, really? You know what I mean? So
yeah, but you know what, bro? Like you said, like when it blew up and it went #1, like you said, it just went off. And I know, John, you give it a lot of fever, not in a bad way, but you said they played it so much. How much did they play it so much?
Girl. After a while, you thought it was about to be the national anthem. Like, for real. Like, it was getting on my nerves. Like, you was hearing it on Black, White, Alternative Country, everybody, the Spanish version. It was just enough for me. And this is an era where, honestly, we actually need to get back to. Remember when Tevin was on the state of what is it? The state of the and Tevin was on there. It's like, we need power balance, because in that time it was a lot of power balance going on. Whitney Always Love You. You had Mariah.
People say every day, John. Was it played every day?
Every day, girl. I was over it. I was just like, mind you, I'm only 6 and I'm annoyed by it then. Like,
John,
I was just.
you was annoyed by they played it so much?
They played it over and like, for real, you really thought this shit was gonna be the national anthem. Like, for real. Like you really did. Like, it was just like, all right, like they were playing it on the box. And let's be real, that video is simple as hell. Why the hell are we keep playing it on the box?
Well, John, first of all, she looked beautiful. You know what? That's crazy. You know what? And Law made sense because, like I said, I was just thinking when Natalie Nicole hit, whoo, that she hit with Unforgettable. And then you got Vanessa Williams come out with a power ballad with Saving The Best for Last. That was even huge. I heard they play that out too, JR. But y'all, did you notice how all our blacks were really making the way? Y'all, you got people dying in the comments. There you go, John. Look. But JR, not even that. And it's crazy you said that because when I had Tashima on the episode when we did The Bodyguard versus Thriller, she said they played it at her freaking Pledge of Allegiance before they started school. So like you said, it was played everywhere.
Girl, I'm telling you, like at that time, you could not get away from it. Like it was just what I don't understand is, damn, they could have even made an R&B remix, like throw a rapper on this shit, like for real. Like I'm like, damn, like it was just, it got on your nerves because this is the time again, mind you, we're just coming off of, like you said, this is 91. You got Unforgettable, right?
Yep.
End of the damn road.
Hey, Fatima.
Hey, end of the road. Then you got Save the Best for Last. Then you got I Always Love You. Then you got Mariah with Hero.
And then End of the Road.
Be with Weak. It was just annoying. Like it was just too much. But Whitney, man, and I was just over it. I didn't want to hear it anymore. Like I was done with it. I was like, it was a beautiful vocal. It was amazing. It was great. But I just did not want to hear this joint. I just did not. I was not here for the. As soon as I heard that, I turned. I was like, I'm done. I'm turning off. I'm turning. I can't do it. I can't.
Somebody said the power balance 92, 93.
Y'all feel me. Y'all feel me. Like, it was just like, yo, like, these power ballads, even though we need it now, I wonder if the girls can sing that. Ooh, 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 ooh.
JR, no, they cannot. JR, you gave them the note. Yeah.
I gave them the note. See. But you know what? Yes, and as much as everybody, Dolly Parton, that thing is rich as hell. Just off this song alone. But Dolly Parton got her own hits now. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, let's not because Jolene is my ish.
But Whitney, Kevin Coxler actually gave Whitney the Linda. What's her last name?
Oh, I know you. Dang it. Law said in the chat. I know you talking about Linda, the lady that's on the soundtrack that did I Have Nothing.
Rosin something.
It's Linda something. I know who you talking about. I know who you talking about.
That was the version that Whitney heard.
Oh, okay. I know you talking about the Broken Heart record. Yeah, I know you talking about.
But that's the version that Whitney really heard was hers. There you. Thank you, big bro. Thank you. Yes.
Yep.
She heard that one because she did heard the Dolly Parton, but she didn't get it. She was just like, it's country. I'm not gonna do that one. But when she heard Linda's, it was like, oh, I can freak this. You know what I mean? But because Whitney in the beginning wanted Jimmy Ruffin's what was it?
I know you're talking about job, but you know what's crazy?
What Becomes of a Broken Heart?
What Becomes of a Broken Heart? That's the one I said the Broken Heart record. That was the one they were gonna put.
Yes, that's the one she wanted. But Kevin was like, nah. And then they were using it for another movie. So they was like, we need to use another song. So then Kevin was like, this is the one, yo. So like Whitney said in her 2000 interview, she was like, listen. She was like, Kevin came to her, was like, this is the song. You're not listening to it the way you should be listening to it.
Right.
And he gave it to her. She said she cleared out the room. And she said, Oh, I get it. I get it. And Clyde did not get it at first. No, he did not. No.
But the crazy part, y'all, he didn't even want to put the acapella on here. I said, y'all, what?
No, he did not. No, he did not. No, he didn't. Yes, it was by Paul Rising. Yes, it was.
Jeff, my question is this: why do you think that Clive didn't think that an acapella version could fit on a song like that, Jar? Because in her brain, I think, is it because Whitney wanted to show her vocals? Mind, we already know she can sing. But why did you think she wanted to start off with an acapella version instead of going into like the background vocal of a song?
You also got to remember that a lot of A&Rs and a lot of executives think they know everything, and sometimes they don't. Because think of En Vogue's Hold On.
Yep. Straight acapella.
Sylvia Rhone did not like the beginning of that. She didn't think it was going to work. And boy, did it work.
That's right.
Know what I mean? And for me, I feel like Clyde was so into the formula.
Correct, Law.
Oh, he said it? My brother said it?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, of course he did. But he was so into the formula that he didn't think that acapella would work. But David Foster and them was like, look, son, look, this is going to work. Like, you don't get it. Like, and he finally, was like, all right, let's do it. But, of course, he, now it's like, oh, I heard it. No, you didn't.
I like what a guy, come on, I can't say her name, but she said, I feel like the openness is supposed to represent that she's talking to someone. That makes sense, y'all, because it's a breakup record. Come on, R&B heads. That's right. Let it be known in the chat how you feel. And it makes sense, bro, because if you think about it, in the end of the movie, she's telling Kevin Costner goodbye because she's going on with her life and he's going on with his. So when the song starts off that and they getting ready to take off, because y'all, that's my favorite part of the movie. Well, to be honest with you, I have nothing when she sing that part. That's my favorite part. But she came. That's when I learned Whitney Houston, the singer.
That's the one.
That's the one. We'll get to that.
Go ahead with this.
Like I said, bro, when you think about it, and I'm proud that she made a good point there because the song is talking to somebody about letting go. And when you think about it, at the end of the day, she is pretty much talking to somebody that's in a relationship. Right. And I think with Cloud, because everybody said they think he know everything, but don't. But if the singer is knowing how the way her vocals is, why would you not trust her to know her own voice and her own music? You know what I'm saying? And how the way it should be portrayed. I
agree. It's just, again, when you do know the formula and the formula has been working, you're going to keep going with it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, Kurt Whalen. We're going to talk about him. Oh, yeah, he needs to get his respect, too.
Oh, you talking about Kurt with the saxophone? Absolutely. Y'all, I love him. Y'all think I was going to let that go? Absolutely not.
That's my job. Okay, so, bro, so like you said, that alone right there, when she does that, but not even that, we definitely going to talk about the saxophone. Like, why did you think that ballad worked so well? Why do you think it connected with people so much?
One thing about Whitney, that thing knew how to connect to her audience, man. Like, she knew how to connect the way she sung, the way she did anything. You knew that woman was singing from her spirit and her soul, just like how she did with the national anthem. Knowing now that Kurt Whalen told her that was one take. One take. That woman know how to connect to us. Yep. You know what I'm saying? She know how to connect to the spirit because she's a singer. You know what I mean?
It's the gospel. Look, it's the gospel in her. Exactly.
It's the gospel in her. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's why I think it connected to everybody, because that acapella, the first 30 seconds is what really gets you.
Yep.
I mean, everybody tried to go for the one note.
Which no, sir. Look, somebody say one.
That and no. Sometimes they should not do it. And I ain't gonna call no names, but I'm gonna leave it alone. But yeah, it's just, she's church. That girl is church. And even though they tried to pop her,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Even though they kind of took they tried to take the gospel out of Whitney, even in them songs that got crossed over, like Didn't We Almost Have It All and Where Do Broken Hearts Go? You can't help it. When church is there, it's there. And Whitney had it, and that's why that acapella worked so well.
So
So
they're laughing at you in the comments for the
what
one
did I
take.
do?
For the one take. For the one take. How about these girls?
Let me tell you something. Whitney was that girl that was one take. I'm going home and I'm smoking my cigarette and goodbye. I'm out. I'm done. I'm out.
Right. And bro, and you know what? Okay, so bro, so now we're gonna get to the tracks. Like, and it's amazing that you hit on that, but like how did you feel with Kirk Whalen's sax? So we're gonna talk about that next. How did you feel, since we're gonna go for track, how did you feel when Kirk Whalen's part did so well? People still kind of remember his part in the song.
Oh, absolutely. That is the greatest part of the song for me. Hello.
What?
I am a horn lover. You know
So
what I'm saying?
why do you feel the instruments are on point now these days, and what do you think is missing now?
I think the fact that we're missing instrumentation, that's why Big Brother Law, he plays every instrument in the world. And listen, the most talented kid in the business, y'all better check out our big bro for real. But the instrumentation is what we missing. If you if you play the instrument right, it's gonna hit you the way a singer hits you. For real. Like Kurt Whalen is a big reason for that song. Everybody remembers Whitney's vocal and everybody remembers Kurt's solo, his solo in that record. Those are two things you remember.
And you know what I noticed, bro? A lot of people, even when they do covers and stuff like that, people still will bring a sax person to play this part. That's amazing when people can bring the sax part to play.
Like my girl Kelly Clarkson. She brought Kurt Whalen on her show to do that. Like,
come on, Kurt.
You can't leave him out of this song, which bothers me that he's left out.
That's what R&B Soul said. He said, Kirk is completely left out of most conversations about the song. Sadly, why? It don't make no sense,
because one thing I think, again, we want to focus on Whitney and her vocals, and that's just what it is. She wants to be the focus of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when people hear a song, it's some things that you just gonna remember. You know what I mean? And us as music heads and everybody that's up in as music heads, right?
No one reads Rhonda notes.
That part. But one thing about us, we're gonna remember the instrumentation and we're gonna remember the vocalist. And once we see and once we hear it, we're gonna look at them line of notes like who playing this and who playing this and who's playing that and who's singing this. You know what I'm saying? But mainstream don't want that. Kind of like, let's be real, for what Berry Gordy did to the Funk Brothers. You never knew about them. You never knew about the Funk Brothers until later on that they were a big part of the sound of Motown. And like this, Kurt Whalen is kind of placed in the back. Mainstream says it's Whitney Houston, it's David Foster, then you go to Dolly Parton for writing the song. And that's what everybody remembers, but not for me. I remember Whitney's vocals and I remember Kurt Whalen. And that is at the bottom. I'm sorry.
And you know, I tried to be honest with you, it was because I remember, God rest Whitney. So when she passed, it's crazy because and to be honest with you, when she did pass, I didn't think about Dolly. No shade, but it's true. But I'm being honest,
that's true, sis.
And that's my girl. I love Dolly. I love Dolly. Don't get me wrong, I've known Dolly since the 90s, since I was a little girl. So that's nothing new to that. But
Dolly,
it's like, right, but bro, for me, like you said, it's like for me, when you think about Whitney, you think about the instruments in her voice because she makes the song. And I feel like to me, and even Dolly even said that stuff, she thanks Whitney all the time for making that song. So because she said it was a hit back then, but she said it did not become a big hit until the 90s. You know what I'm saying?
You know what she said? When she first heard the record, she was driving in her car and it came on the radio. She was about to crash. No, she was about to crash because she knows she was about to be rich. That's what that was. She said, I'm waiting to go to the bank because this is about to be nuts.
Bro.
And Dolly was like, thank you, Whitney. Thank you, girl.
And like Whitney always said, every time she said the speech, she said, I like to thank Dolly for making all that money. Look.
Don't say money like that. We don't want the Nicki fans to get mad. No Grammys. Nah.
You wouldn't bring. Well, you know what? She did bring Whitney in the conversation with her messy ass. So, oh Lord, I'm cussing my letters. Excuse me, but her messy tail. But hey, it is what it is. Truth is truth. I ain't trying to be. I'm not trying to be nice and meek and mild today. So you know me. But
Yeah.
no. But no, bro, and I agree 100%. So now, since we're done with that, we done with I Will Always Love You. Now we're finna start with the track. So we're gonna go to, let me see, first track. Track one. What's track one, y'all?
Track one is I Will Always Love You. Track two is I Have Nothing. Baby!
Yeah, let's be. I'm sorry, but this is my number one song off the album. Period. I'm
Absolutely. I agree. I Have Nothing. That girl.
This was my introduction to her singing, was this song.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. John, mind you, I watched Wait Till Excel, but I wasn't really.
Right.
I was into Mary J. Blige. Not gonna cry.
Oh, thank you, dear. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, dear.
Look, I love Whitney, but Mary had the best song off.
And did songs that you should not
cover.
I was gonna put that in my list, but I was like, all right, you know what? Forget it. But I'm thinking about it, and I should have, because it's a lot of females to me that try to cover this, and I'd be like, no.
Hey,
like, hey, it's so simple, and it's a power ballad, and Whitney is just, she sounds amazing on it. And you know the performance that get me, because you talk about the Billboard Award performance in 1993.
That's everything.
She's amazing, but you know the performance that gets me all the time?
I know what you're about to say. The one in the black dress?
No, not that one.
What? Oh, wait a minute.
Did in Brazil. And the crowd was singing along with her, and they didn't even know English. And when the guy came back afterwards, he was literally crying. The host was crying just from Whitney singing the song.
My God.
They weren't doing that with I Will Always Love You, but you.
Well, y'all, they push that more.
Yeah. I mean, they push I Will Always Love You, which makes sense. When you think of I Will Always Love You, you think of The Bodyguard. You're like, that's just what it is. True. You know what I mean? But I Have Nothing is so just the embodiment of Whitney.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
it's a beautiful performance. Whitney eats in Brazil.
Oh my God. And then the crowd singing it. That just shows you how music is so universal, and it's a universal language, because you got people that don't even speak English, and they're singing louder than Whitney in that, yo. And I was just like, wow. And then when they came back to the host, this dude, he was so choked up from that performance. And I think, you know, Whitney, to me, I think she loves that I think she loves that song more than I Will Always Love You. To me.
I do, Jared, because remember in interviews for years, they asked her, they was like, what is your best song today? And everybody was thinking she was going to pick I Will Always Love You. I'm like, y'all, she don't even like that song like that. Mind you, y'all, she eats the song perfectly. But y'all, that is not Whitney's favorite song.
She like Greatest Love of All.
Right. And y'all, to this day, people are like, oh, she like I Will Always Love You. No, she does not.
It's not that. I mean, she said, the only reason why she did it because of the sales.
That's it. And y'all, it sold very well. Look, y'all, look what Law said. Law said to all the girls who don't have brains to sing a Whitney song, "The Sandman Awaits You." And y'all, what's so crazy? I think if I remember correctly, I think I Have Nothing reached number 4, number 6 on the pop charts, which I thought was shocking because
before I think
I would have thought it would have been a number 1 hit because that song was so big too.
It was huge, but you gotta think too, sis. This is 1993. You got a lot of heads that were coming in that was like Whitney had to really compete with. This is 93. This ain't 92 coming into tonight. This is 93 when our black artists are crossing over. You know what I mean? So Whitney had a lot of competition, and also, and I'm gonna say this, and I think everybody agrees, once a black artist becomes so big, white media tries to turn away from them and get a new one.
Yep, and it's stupid.
A new one. They were so anti. Because remember, me and my mom was just talking about this on the phone. Michael was so loved. He was so great. Everything was great. Thriller, once he came out with that, everything was amazing. He was the best thing since sliced bread. But at the end of the day, it was like, it was anti-Michael.
As dope as Whitney was, she wasn't Beyonce of this era, huh?
Okay, watch it. Next.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait a minute, hold up.
Wait a minute. Like
Curtis, we love you because I love Curtis because Curtis is a real one. But wait a minute, Gerald, hold up.
Yeah, I love Curtis. I love Curtis. I do.
We love Curtis.
But
Gerald, we gotta speak facts.
Right. You talking about she wasn't Beyonce. Beyonce wasn't her. Like,
and Beyonce won album of the year.
Enough said.
Thank you. You better.
But only one. Okay. I got.
Okay. I thought you were saying that.
That's what you meant. All right, Curtis.
You know, we see stuff like that. We don't like that.
I was about to say.
We checked the look. Now everybody, y'all don't kill Curtis. Look.
Right. Okay. Now we get him.
Because you know, JR, you know, you was about to come with the guns.
I was about to be like, Curtis, come on, you know better than that. But, no, it was the problem. Nah, y'all, wait a minute.
No, they said Beyonce.
That Beyonce really don't got like competition like Whitney did.
Right.
Like Whitney had a lot of people that she had to deal with. Beyonce, as far as vocalists, we talking about now? No, ma'am. Not, we mean mainstream wise.
That part.
Mainstream wise. Because we got girls that's not mainstream that sings down.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
You know So don't kill him. I got what he meant.
Yeah, we got it though, but you know, I look at all the comments. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, hold up.
Yeah. He done messed me up. Where was we at?
We talking about I have nothing. Me and big. You saying it was a big? Somebody wasn't big like.
Okay, yeah, it was. I think after a while, with our black artists, they continue to.
Yeah.
Once it's so big, it's like, oh, we're the anti. They go against us.
Right.
So Whitney was so huge at this time. I Will Always Love You. You know the media is gonna be anti-Whitney after a while.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna find all of her faults, and especially it made it easy that she married Bobby. So of course they got going that, and they wasn't gonna give her number ones. Because think about this for a second.
And Bobby was the one who was supporting her to do with the bodyguard. So where do we go from here?
But you got to realize what is shoved to us in the media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what's shoved to us in the media. What we think the media is serving us is not the case.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, Bobby was not a bad thing when it came to Whitney.
And everybody in the comments earlier agree with you. Bobby was not the reason. Bobby was. They said Whitney was like, she was real.
She was, yes. Whitney was from Newark. She was a hood girl. Like, Whitney told you, I like to go home and wear some jeans and sneakers. Like, I ain't no gown chick. Like, that ain't me. Like, you know what I mean? So, for real, I think after a while, it was like everybody was getting sick of Whitney Houston. It was like, all right, we've had enough. Let's go on to the next black girl. You know what I mean? So, again, you got the Janet. You got the Tony, you got the SWV, you got the Mary, you got the TLC, you got Mariah, that they really compared to each other. You know what I mean? Because on some, I think Whitney had one more number one after I Will Always Love You, which was Exhale.
Yeah, Exhale. Shoot.
That was it.
Which is crazy.
Because you know,
to be honest, y'all would have thought Run to You would have went number one too. That was a pop record.
Well, you know the problem is with Run to You, by the time they released that as a single, I mean the album had already been out for like 8 months by then.
That's true.
So you didn't have the album by then. It was like,
and that shit was already damn near, I think, at 5 times, 6 times platinum at that point.
Yeah, like if you don't have the album by then, it's like, come on.
All right, bro. So definitely for sure, shout out to Lena Thompson, David Foster for that ballad. Like I said, that's my number one ballad off the album, period. And y'all can have track number one, baby. Track number 2 is My Heart. That's how.
Yeah, absolutely.
Houston. All right, bro. So we finna go to track number 3. I'm every woman. I love it.
Honestly, and I know a lot of people. I love Shaka. Oh, if Timogen was on here. I love Shaka, but I think Whitney just brought something funkier to it. You know what I mean? It had a little bit of more kind of like a thing, you know, shout out to CC and the Music Factory. I think they did it. But
John, I know the red cup on there. Oh yes, John.
We've been on deck since 5 o'clock, so I don't look. I don't look. But yeah, I think Whitney brought a funk to it. She brought a 90s flavor. She brought a 90s flavor to it, and she looked beautiful in the video.
Yeah, no, Curtis, I'm gonna you on that. It wasn't all right. That was a great cover because Whitney ate. She bodied that. Ain't it true?
She paid homage,
and
I like. At the end of the day, she put Shaka in the video. Listen, generation, let me say this. Let me say this. When you are giving credit and you're giving respect to an artist, put them in the video. And you see how Whitney even said Shaka Khan at the end.
Yep, she showed it.
Giving love. She was giving love. And that's what you do. You don't sit there like 30 Savage did to Nas. I said 30, yes. 30. He's not 21. He's 30. And a 30-year-old should know how to respect our legends.
Amen.
Because you're going to want somebody to respect you when you get there. But let's see if you can give us music that's going to stand the test of time. Because you had to do an album with Drake to be at number 2 because Nas is number 1. Next! So, as I was saying, I'm every woman. Whitney did what she needed to do on it. You know what I mean? It was fun. You know what I'm saying? Had every, body in the video. Had my girl Martha Wash in the video. She had, Valerie Simpson in the video. Shaka in the video. Shout out to Big Les and TLC and all, you know what I mean? So it was dope. I thought it was let me tell y'all, go listen to that the CNC music. They did a remix on it. It's like 10 minutes long. Yeah. Right? And you get to about the 5-minute version and you can just hear how Whitney sounds so clear. Because they take the music out and she's just ad-libbing, y'all. That's why Whitney was one of the best, man. Period.
Yeah. And I think Naughty did such a great job doing that cover because I like that. Like I said, I love Shaka's too, but I like that version because it was like, more hip, my version, my time, so young.
Yeah.
But like I said, I just love to see her pregnant. She was the most prettiest pregnant woman ever to me. Pretty. And I was like, oh, Whitney was so cute. She was so happy to have Bobby Christina. Like, that was her pride and joy. Like,
especially after having this character on the Bodyguard set that the media just put out there.
Yeah, Barbara ass.
She gathered her in that interview, and I loved it. She said, my brother said Barbara is a whore.
That was for you, hooker.
and then she said, here go Barbara. Can you change the name, please? And Whitney said, okay.
Look, that means stop. That means stop messing with me, because girl, I'm gonna come at you real quick. Don't start that drama. But yeah, I want to definitely get that, because Aspirin Simpson got rest his soul. But like, I mean, that was just an amazing record. I think it was so dope. They did it as a single, because I'm surprised that didn't blow up either. But I think at the end of the day, like you said, y'all, once I Will Always Love You hit, it was like it was hard to get another single as number 1, because I Will Always Love You was such a big record, Right. 14 weeks of number 1, it broke Boys II Men record. I mean, that song just did numbers. You get what I'm saying?
Listen, I Have Nothing, and you have I'm Every Woman. It was still top 5 on the pop charts. So that's still huge. After everybody buying the album, it's still doing good. So
well, yeah, I thought they would be number 1 records, because to me, they were great records. Like, I Have Nothing should have been a number 1 single, in my opinion.
You know what? I agree with you, but I think Clive and Arista realized they put so much behind I Will Always Love You. They was just gonna let I Have Nothing kind of do its thing on its own. Right. And then, of course, this is Whitney coming back after being pregnant. Yeah. So she's doing performance live. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, all right, just let Whitney's star power and all that take over. And I mean, for both of them to be at number 4, I mean, that's a big deal. Just off her name and alone, that's great.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, in my opinion, I wish they would have went. But like you said, once I Will Always Love You, child, no ma'am, you're not like they say, you're not getting to the number 1 spot. Not with Whitney D. Houston.
WV had to deal with that, because Whitney was like, who is these girls that's trying to take my number 1 spot?
And she loved
us.
And she loved us some Coco, so trust me.
Yeah, she did.
Whitney John, please make the people know that Whitney knew everybody in the industry.
Oh, Whitney knew that's what y'all don't sister understand. Y'all think the big powers, we talking about like Prince and Michael and Whitney, the ones we put up there, like them, they knew everything and everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was nothing with them. They knew everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's why Coco and them was shocked. It was like, girl, hey. And Coco and them looking like, wait, you know us? And Whitney like, girl, yes, I know y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Mike, why would we talk about Shantae more? Help me out. Help me out for a second.
Next, we are not talking about the Way to Excel soundtrack. No, sir.
Right. Why are we going to talk about more?
Next. All right, bro. So next one, Run to You. Run to You. Beautiful record.
That is the gem of the album for me.
Wow, for real, bro?
I love that song because it's such a clear vocal.
It is. When you see how she looked when Kevin Costner looked at her in that movie.
Yes.
He was loving it.
Love that woman.
I said, oh, I'm sorry, JR. These people can go hooping out, but he loved him some Whitney Houston. I'm sorry. Y'all, come on.
That man loved him some Whitney.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he believed in her more than she believed in herself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he waited for her to record this movie. She didn't have the time. He waited a year later to wait for her to do this movie. Like, that's some, like he could have went with any other girl. He said, I'm going to wait for the Whitney Houston to finish her tour for I'm Your Baby Tonight. And she can come, then we can do this movie. Like, that's crazy, yo. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's dope. But I Want to Run to You. I love that song. It's so, like, it's so mellow and so smooth. Like, you just want to drink a glass of wine with it and just let Whitney take you somewhere. You know what I mean? I hated that she didn't do it live a lot.
Right, which is weird because, I mean, Run to You was a beautiful record.
It's such a beautiful record. It's such an amazing record. And I wish she would have did it live during the Bodyguard tour, but she didn't. You know what I mean? She didn't do it. And I just was like, Whitney, girl, you can sit in the chair and just sing. Like,
look, R&B so, look at R&B so, they're saying that her life would have changed with Kevin. No offense to Bobby. Do you think so? A lot of people have said that.
I mean, if she would have never stayed with Kevin, though. I really don't feel like she would have. I really feel like she wouldn't have. She wouldn't have. Nah. I think, Whitney needed a hood dude because she was hood. Like, as much as, she wanted a hood dude. She a hood girl. Like,
my John said, nah. But I agree. Well, I said that too. But yeah, Run to You, I think to me is a beautiful record. I love that off the break when I did see The Bodyguard because for me, every time I think about that song, I think about the movie immediately because the way he looked at her when he had to watch her do that TV and Whitney looking outside up in her bedroom and she looked at him looking at her, I was like, oh baby, that right there, he had her.
Real emotion there, wasn't it? How many? I bet you that was a one take.
Look. That's why I said Whitney would have bounced after 1 year. Oh my God.
Okay. Mommy tried to suppress the joke. Oh yeah. Did y'all know when Robert De Niro was sending her flowers, Sissy sent it back?
Mm-hmm. You know she did. He was doing a post.
I would with Mama Sissy, but I'm gonna leave it alone because I wouldn't want nobody to come at my mama. Because if they did, we got a problem.
I agree 100%. Right.
So I let Miss Sissy live. Because I don't want to come for nobody mama, because don't come for mine, because we going to have a problem. But go ahead.
That part. All right, bro. So next we're going to go to track number 5. Now, to me, I think this may be the sleeper of the album.
What?
Queen
yes, God. Let's talk about the Queen of the Night. Do y'all know?
I love this song, Jared. I really do, and I don't understand why people don't like it.
Whitney, if y'all realize, Whitney is singing for blood on this record. Listen to them leads and listen to them backgrounds. Yep. Whitney is singing down for Queen of the Night. Like, for real, it's all her own vocals. This is her, Babyface, and
Daryl Simmons.
Right, and Daryl Simmons. I'm sorry, Daryl. I should have named you before the. Let me shut up.
That was a black cat. Oh,
I agree. I can agree to that. I can agree to that.
You agree?
I can agree to that. That was
Okay.
her rockish type of flavor. You know what I mean? That was well. Did she have one on Your Baby Tonight? No.
No.
Did she have one on the Whitney album?
Emotional.
No. So okay, yeah.
So emotional.
Huh?
So emotional.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
No,
you're right. So emotional. That was.
You know you can't say that. That's the pop album. That was a pop Whitney.
Right. Even though when she did that point live, when she did it live, the gospel came out of her. You couldn't help it. But Queen of the Night, to me, Whitney is y'all gotta really catch what she's doing in that record, y'all. Like she is singing down.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's all her vocals, no backgrounds. It's her.
Yep.
She the shit, yo. Whitney was the shit on that record. I was just listening to it a little before we got in there, and I was just like, wow. Like, this girl's range is nothing to play with because the background is she's higher on the background than the leads.
Yep, she is.
You know what I mean? So I know it was some stacking that she did. You know what I'm saying? That probably Brownstone was actually inspired by. I wish Timothy was here because, ooh, he'd eat me up with that statement. But yeah, that song is the gem. I agree with you. I agree that's the gem of the album for real.
Yeah, I think that's the sleeper because I think for me, I love that record and I just love when it come in the do. I got the stuff that you want. I got the thing that you need. I got more than enough to make you drop to your knees because I'm the queen of the night.
Of the night.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm like, hey, look. And then y'all look, the background's just like, oh, she just killed it. I love that record. That Making Good, she did her for Halloween. So I was like, I think it was, and she looked like Whitney, Josh. She looked just like Whitney. She looked just like Whitney.
Really? She did.
I'm going to show you, Josh. She looked like Whitney. Scared me. Megan
well, you know, she's living her best life, okay?
Okay. But yeah, bro, I just feel like that's the gem because people don't talk about Queen. They go straight to I'll Always Love You and I Have Nothing, but they don't go to that fast record because Whitney had a great fast record off this album. So why? And I don't understand why it's not talked about. My thing is just like why is it not respected just like the other songs off the album? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, again, I think everybody was just so focused on I Will Always Love You. They were focused on I'm Every Woman, and they were focused on I Have Nothing. Those were the focus. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I agree now. So it was very, very Michael-ish. You know what I mean? It was very Michael-ish. I mean, think about, you know, the things that he was doing on Dangerous that Teddy Riley didn't produce. That shit. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that, you know, like Michael was like, who is it? And, you know, them times the songs, like, you needed a record like that. You know what I mean? So I get it. And it's a great joint. And Whitney is just singing for dear life. She would do that on tour. She did that on the Bodyguard tour. She would definitely do that. So she killed that.
Yes, and obviously I said that was the jam. The jam and that soundtrack was a monster. She was all who we talked about besides the certain artists between we're gonna get to them, y'all. Oh God. Look,
yeah,
because y'all they already eating us up about the other people like Curtis and them, but we gonna talk about Curtis while y'all sit up there eating Mike Jones. Look. I saw your comment.
Like Mike Jones be bringing in people who.
All right, bro. So thank you for that. That was great. Track number 5. Love that. Thank you. All right. So number 6, y'all. Oh, now I think to me this may be my number 2 song off the album.
Yes, Jesus. Listen.
Y'all loves me.
Give it to me. I was waiting for you.
Jesus loves me.
Loves me.
Tells me so.
Sometimes I'm lonely, but never
I
alone.
better sing, JR. Look, everybody down there in the comments, oh, baby, we get to singing up here, honey. Look, I ain't no Whitney Houston, but we will get our notes.
God didn't give me no throat like that. No.
That's our Leo. That's me and y'all, Leo's sister. We good. Look.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Look, I love that Ruben. She felt every part of that song. I 100% agree on that.
Y'all know Whitney knows she loved her some God. That's number one. One thing about the Whitney Houston, time she was able to serve the Lord in front of the world. She wasn't afraid to tell them, and that's what I love. Shout out to BB Winans because he wrote the record and produced the record too. And one thing that I love that what Whitney did that I will love, why I always respect, I Will Always Love You, because it was the B-side to our.
Y'all, let the people know why, and y'all let them know about a B-side to the song like that. Let them know.
Let me tell you something. Since I Always Love You went diamond and all that, Jesus Loves Me went diamond too. So BB Winans is a rich man because of that. So don't play when it comes to them B-sides, because that's why when you see Whitney doing Jesus Loves Me at a concert, the fans know it because they brought I Will Always Love You. They brought that. Hell, they probably brought the soundtrack too. But they brought I Will Always Love You, and the B-side is Jesus Love You. So when she's doing that record, you can see the crowd going nuts because they know that too.
And
that's why I love Whitney Houston for her doing that. Yeah. Because there's a lot of people that have been afraid to make a gospel song a B-side, especially her. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, she's the biggest pop star in the world. But one thing Whitney did was like, anytime I do a tour, anytime I get an award, y'all gonna know I love me some God. And that, to me, Whitney is all right with me. Because, hey, I might get my drink on, but I have a relationship with the Lord. He knows me and him have communion when I feel like it. So,
communion, JR.
Okay? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? So I totally.
You got people getting hearts for that because JR, you right, because she loved the Lord. And like we said, Whitney was church. Whitney was church.
And she wasn't afraid to tell the world.
And you know what JR would remind me too? And it's so crazy because I think I remember this. I remember this day. Remember this day when she sung that? I feel like to me, JR, that was her Jesus Love Me record too.
You know what? I think Whitney, when she was, before she had gotten her gospel songs for her album, Whitney used to always do He Believe, I Believe. Always do that on tour. Yes. And her mama used to do it. You know what I mean? But she will always do. One thing about Whitney, she gonna give you a gospel joint. You know what I mean? And after that, you know what I'm saying? Once she gave us I Love the Lord, it was just, that's one thing about the Whitney Houston. She celebrated God on the biggest of stages.
Joe, I get no trying.
Look, he right, but I ain't bothering. Look, bruh, I'm with you. But I love Jesus and he loved me. And I am who I am because of Jesus. But you right, though.
I can't deal. All right, bro. Yes, but I love Jesus Love Me. And I think for me, for Whitney to put that as a B-side, I think for me that makes everything so complete in this world. That's why it will forever be the best selling soundtrack of all time. When you can make songs like that, but now you make it your own, and then make it a B-side to the biggest song of all time, they go to show the thing about she did that on purpose to make sure that God is always in her life.
Come on, church.
I don't care what anybody say.
$15, son. I know you got it.
Yes, bro, but thank you for that. So great. Jesus Love Me, track number 6. So now, John, since we are going on our Whitney bag, we are going into the other songs off the album.
That was a shady dig, but go ahead.
It was not a shady dig, because you know it's one song I'm starting to like on here on this.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
All right, so John, track number 7, Even If My Heart Would Break. Kenny G and Aaron Neville. You know Aaron Neville, shout out, that's my Louisiana Nola brother. How do you feel about that song, John? Oh God, here we go.
Okay, anytime I think about Aaron Neville, I got to shout out my Apartment 5B family because the last episode we did, Vegas brought up Aaron Neville, and let me tell y'all something. God. It was the most hilarious thing in the world. Oh, God. You know, I want y'all to go check out Apartment 5B and watch that episode, and it's probably at the hour and 27-minute mark. And he brings up Aaron Neville. See, they know. Neltron know, Curtis know. They know the deal. That song, I love that song because of that horn, baby. Kenny G is going in on that record. Now, girl, I ain't here for Aaron Neville's voice now.
I like Aaron. Wait a minute, pause. Y'all ain't gonna do Aaron Neville's voice. I used to hear that back in the 90s. Leave that alone.
See, you from New Orleans. That's why. Because if you wouldn't be giving him too much.
Ain't nothing wrong with his
voice. Y'all see how high pitched her voice went? Y'all see how high pitched her voice went? She know the deal.
No, she know. Curtis, y'all being petty. Look, whatever y'all gotta say.
Tell it like it is.
What y'all? Tell it like it is, sir. So you do like this song?
Yes, I do. I'm stunting. I do like this record. I do. It's to me, it's like, damn, it's like right after coming off Jesus Loves Me, and then that horn comes in. I'm like, oh God. I'm like, you know what I mean? Even though the contemporaries started acting like Kenny G was jazz.
That part they did. I remember that. I do remember they was always putting them in that jazz category. They were
right. Pushing out what real jazz was. Just saying. But did I say that? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Blame it on the liquor. But yeah, I do love that song though. I'm not even gonna stunt, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Aaron Neville's voice. But him and Kenny G, they did what they need to do on that record. Like,
I do agree. Kenny G, I think, was kind of overrated because they were throwing him in our face a lot.
Oh, he was absolutely overrated.
They threw him in our face in the 90s so big. No shade. I liked them, but I was like, they did kind of overrate him. They did. I'm not going to lie.
But you got to think of this time, too, because then he started playing on Tony's stuff.
Yep.
So it was just like they was pushing him to the mainstream. And it was like, boy, please. We come from Parliament Funkadelic. We come from the Earth, Wind, and Fire. We come from that. Yeah. You know, this is what he given. It's cute, but, you know. But I'm a fan, though. But
yeah, it wasn't a bad record. It was cool. It wasn't something I would go to on the album, but I do think it was a cool record. I like Aaron Neville. He's unique, but I guess y'all go in on his voice.
Wait a minute, sis. I don't think anybody would go to that record first on that album.
Oh no, I wouldn't at all. Look,
at the first side, I think people played the first side and was done.
They were. I agree. No, they did. They did. But at the end of the day, it's no matter
what. Like Forever My Lady. Ooh.
Now you know our friend Darius in the chat. You know he gonna feel some type of way about that. Look, we love you, Darius. Look,
my brother know I'm right. He know I'm right. You know I'm right.
But yeah, Walter did that track. But like you said, Gerald, like even we go in, they forever gonna eat.
Yeah, forever gonna eat. Man, listen.
Yeah.
Telling like it is.
Y'all not gonna do Aaron like that. Look, Gerald, that's why he laughing at your ass in these damn comments. Look.
I know I'm a guy that y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all I'm getting it all in now because I know I'm gonna get it after we get off this live.
Oh, I ain't gonna do Aaron like that because like you said, Gerald, everybody's not gonna listen to side B.
Right.
I mean, that's something I'm not gonna listen to, but I'm not gonna diss him. I like Aaron, so look, it is.
No, but since you got it, I'm gonna send you the clip. Because you gonna laugh. You gonna laugh, but then she gonna gather herself because she New Orleans, and she gonna be like, y'all not gonna do Aaron like that, even though she gonna laugh. She gonna laugh, y'all. Don't pay her no mind. She gonna laugh.
Anyway, so y'all, that was track number 7. Even if my heart would break. So now track number 8, Lisa Stanfield.
My cousin.
I know. You know what's track? I did not know she was on the soundtrack. I did not know this.
I did. I love this record.
That's why it came out. Lisa ain't worried about us because she on this the best on the soundtrack all the time.
Let me tell you something. I love Lisa Stanfield. Period. Like she can sing anything to me. And this record, she's gliding on it, and them horns come in, baby, baby, baby. Let me tell you something. That's why I love side B, because of them dead horns. Them horns was wailing. Even though, don't get me wrong, you know, Kurt Whaler was wailing on I Will Always Love You. Don't get me wrong. And all that. But them side B, them horns was really winning. For real.
Right. Well, like I said, Joe, I mean, for me, when I heard it, she is gliding on the record. She's not doing like she did on her other songs. That's why I was really shocked when I knew this was her. But I'm like, this has been around. I'm like, she got a different side to her versus the other songs I've heard. So I was like, wow, okay. Very unique, very different, like a different side to Lisa. But like I said, I think, y'all, the reason why Lisa ain't make no more records because she's on the best-selling soundtrack. She said, I made my money, I'm out. Goodbye. Okay, so other than that, Lisa, I respect you, girl, but I would have thought you would have came out, but I didn't know you was on this soundtrack. Now I see why you ain't made no more records.
Yeah, by the time this album came out, she was on the Real Love album that she came out with in '92, if I'm not mistaken.
So was she done after that?
No, she kept going. Even though she getting a great coin from this album, but yeah.
Well, y'all look like I ain't here ever since. Look, to be honest, look.
Would you?
You got a point. You're right.
Hey, okay. After you getting a check in the mail every 2 days.
Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Goodbye.
Give me my money. I'm good.
Give me my points. Look.
Okay.
So yeah. So now, y'all, we got track number 9. It's gonna be A Lovely Day, the Soul System remake of Bill Withers. So, JR, is Bill Withers eating off this album?
If he wrote the record, yes.
Yeah, he has writing credit. I didn't know that.
He gonna give him a little coin. Yeah.
So Bill Withers ain't had to worry about God rest, so he ain't got to worry about that either.
Let me tell you something. See, I think a lot of people didn't realize how much this soundtrack was gonna do. That's what that was.
That part.
And once this blew the way, it did 45 mil, right?
Well, Jared make maybe 50 for all we know.
Shit. Oh my God.
Another throw.
On that album is eating.
And people don't. What do you mean by eating on the album? What do you mean by that?
Okay. If you written on this, and you know, people are buying this album just like because they might be buying it just for I'll Always Love You, you're gonna get a coin because you got writing credit on this album. That's why when Whitney won Album of the Year, she brought up all them people because they get money off of it. She brought up Babyface, L.A. Reid, B. Winans, Narda Michael Warden, David Foster, CC and the Music Factory. She brought all them up when she won Album of the Year because they are all eating off this album.
And John, fun fact, we didn't know about this, and I didn't realize Michelle Visage was on this. She was the one rapping on the record. That
I didn't know.
And if y'all don't know who that is, she's the lady that's one of the judges from RuPaul's Drag Race. I love that show. And to her to realize that she's on the one that's rapping, I said, I see why Michelle ain't even worried about things in life because she's eating off this too.
Thing in her check, her shit is getting deposited in her account every month.
Don't make no sense. And I like this record, Jar. I actually did like this record. It was When I Look at You. And it was like a fun beat.
It is.
Girl, whoever singing at the end of that, baby, she eats that high voice at the end.
Yeah. One thing Whitney was not going to do is not get a vocalist on this record.
If you
think you wasn't going to be on it, I mean, Aaron Neville just got...
J-Lo, shut up! Look at Justin. Look, hey, there, look at the slow young nigga. Look, John. Happy 25th to him for LSG. Look, we got a legend up in here. Look.
Oh, yeah. Oh, damn, I can't see it no more. See, God let me stop because I can't see it.
Because you was going in on Aaron Neville. That's why. Look.
I'm not doing anything. I was minding my business.
But, y'all, like I said, at the end of the day, when you got people like Bill Withers, God rest his soul, there's not even here. That's amazing that his family, and somebody said that, Anel Trying said the grandchildren are making money off this album. You know what I'm saying? Darryl, happy 25th. I'm so proud of you. Look, Darryl even know how big this record was, the Bodyguard soundtrack. You know that.
Yeah.
Look, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like this, at the end of the day, bro, like, when you have, like, the songs on side B that really people don't know about, and really people that are really making a way for this, I feel like even though they never get recognized because of Whitney's, you know, power, star power, I feel like they should always be respected. You know what I'm saying? Even though some people go in, you know? And
when you want to talk about an album, they're a part of this.
They are a part of it.
They're a part of it.
They may not be the greatest song, but they are a part of the album. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Pushing no more but Whitney singles, and that's it.
That part. That's it. That's all. All right, bro. So yeah, I do like this song. That would have been like another great song I would have went off to. You know what I'm saying? I think that is dope. All right. Yeah. Hey, that's the child fulfill. Look, y'all. Look, that episode getting so many views, child.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Because you think that's why. But go ahead.
Shut up. All right, so bro. All right, so next number 10, track number 10. What's so funny about Peace, Love, and Understanding Curtis Stigers? I don't like this song, but it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, it fits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, the soundtrack of all the Curtis singers, it fits. It fits. Am I a big fan of the record? No. But
but I mean, he eating too, John.
I mean, at the end of the day, the instrumentation of it is great, though. That I'm not gonna.
You know what, bro? I think what it is about Sabi, we hear more of the instruments and care about them more than we do the singing.
Exactly. And you said it. You said it.
But and that's why I said today when I was listening to Lovely Day, like that's why I think I was so into it because of the beat and the instrumentation. I'm like, okay, I'm actually liking this more than the singing.
Oh yeah, the Whitney Houston was like, y'all gonna focus on my singing.
The first 6 tracks.
Okay. Y'all gonna focus on this throat here. Now, side B, the instrumentation go off.
Yep.
But when side A, y'all are hearing woo.
Yeah, because I was like, I started liking the production because I was like, that's why I was so jumpy on side B. I was like, okay, because for Whitney it was different for Queen and I'm Every Woman. But I did like the instrumentations off side B because I was very like jumpy and giddy with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel that when it comes to side B, it may not be getting recognized enough because of the instruments, not the singing, just the instrumentation. You know?
Yeah.
Curtis is not my favorite one, but I respect it. Hey, he getting a coin, so I'm never will talk about him, baby. You forever easy. Let's get that straight. All right, bro. So track number 11, waiting for you, Kenny G.
The only reason why I like this song, y'all know why?
Oh God, the instrumentation, the horns. I knew it.
Yeah, like I mean,
I didn't even know he had 2 tracks on here, JR.
Oh, Kenny ate on this shit, but he was like, "Give me the coin," you know what I mean? But again, this is, I mean, as a music fan, of course, these are songs that we're going to,
right?
You know what I mean? Of course, we're gonna pay attention to because we love music. Yeah. So we listen to whole bodies of work. Yep. We're just not like everybody else, and they're gonna listen to the songs that Whitney give us, and we're done. You know what I mean? It's like we brought this album, we're gonna listen to it. You know what I mean? So for these, like you said, I'm listening to it more of the instrumentation than I'm listening to it for vocals or anything else. You know what I mean? So
like you said, y'all, Whitney vocals supersede the whole album. Right. Let's be real for what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Kenny, he had 2 tracks on him, which shocked me too. I said, oh, okay. I was like, Kenny eats, even though y'all, like you said, he is overrated.
Hello.
He's overrated. He is. Because I remember y'all in the 90s, they were promoting Kenny G like he was the next black thing coming in our area.
Look, he ain't no Michael McDonald.
At all. It don't make no sense to me. Okay, John, so track number 12, Trust in Me, Joe Cocker featuring Sash Jordan.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I had to think because
Joe, we're thinking.
After this, ain't it one more joint after this?
Yeah, the Bodyguard, but that one added on to. But Joe, I didn't know they wasn't even added on to 2012. This was not added on.
It wasn't.
Joe, you got people laughing because you were thinking.
It's cute. It's cute. That's why for me, as much as I enjoy The Bodyguard and I enjoy, you know, the soundtrack is cool, that's why to me it's not perfect because of these songs on the B side. Yep. It's not memorable. You know what I mean? when you think of soundtracks, you want everything to be.
Yeah, they laughing at your cute.
No, I can't watch y'all are cute, right? Like I'm saying it was
They watched your episode. That's why they watched. That's what Phil say. He's cute.
Oh, I said it in that episode.
He did, yes.
Oh, but yeah, I just, it's this song. Nah, I'm good. I'm good on it.
But I can't get mad at me. They eating, so hey, it is what
Yeah, yeah, they eating because of the promotion and the Whitney Houston. So.
And it's crazy, like I said, bro. Even and I want to tell you this story too. Quincy even said too, like because of the musicians, they will forever eat off this because when it was a fan who, well not a fan, it was a musician who was on the Bodyguard soundtrack. Called in one day when Whitney had did her show. You know Quincy talked about on your show too.
Yes, yeah.
And he thanked Whitney for being on part of this project because her family she paid her mother and father's house. So when you got a soundtrack job that or the musicians and everybody else is making out money, that goes to show you how big this album was.
Whitney was like, "Yeah, I want my people to play on it." You know what I'm saying? She was like, "I want Kurt Waitland to be on it. I want what's his name? What's her music director?
Ricky Minor. Ricky Minor.
Huh?
Ricky Minor.
Ricky Minor. Yes. She was like, "I want my people to play on this." You know what I mean? Let them get a coin too. That's one thing I love about Whitney. She brought you in. You know what I mean? Like she was like, "Look, I'm gonna make money. Let them make money too." You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, Neutron, you want Neutron. So like he said, for real, bro. Side B, a Bodyguard is like Jonas is forever my lady. Side B.
I mean, he ain't lying. I mean, if you look at people cassettes back then, I bet you, or people CDs back then, I bet you track 7 all the way to the end ain't got no type of lines or nothing through it because it probably was never played. I mean,
yeah, and you mean that be honest, right?
I mean, hey, it is what it is. Everybody I will always love you too. Jesus loved me, and that was it. He play my cousin Lisa though.
Well, you know what, y'all? My question is this: I want to ask you. So, since we talk about all the songs, do you think that this soundtrack should have been all Whitney Houston songs? No. I'm using my damn line, bastard.
No.
Why?
No. And I tell you why. Whitney was not that girl though, because you see when she did Wait to Exhale, she didn't make it all of her. It could have been.
It could have been.
Wait,
but they were trying to.
It could have been all Whitney.
Right, that's true.
But she didn't let it be. Because
right.
Whitney wanted other people to shine too.
Yeah.
So I think even if they wanted Whitney to do this whole soundtrack, she probably would have said no. She probably would have been like, nah. Let other people get their shine. You know what I mean? Like, let the instruments get their shine. Let Lisa get her shine. Let the Soul System get their shine. Let Aaron Neville get his shine. Let Kenny G get their shine. Whitney was that type of girl. She didn't want it all on her.
Yeah.
Even though Clive and them made it all about her.
Yeah.
But she wanted other people to get shine too. So, and do I think it could have been an EP like Thriller? Yes.
JR, you are not going to go feeling the Thriller. I don't care what you say, sir. At the end of the day, Thriller, our people wouldn't have crossed over.
It could have been a 6-song EP if they wanted it to.
Well, yeah, that's true. But like you said, bro, it wasn't about her.
It was right, and Whitney didn't want it to be all about her.
Yeah.
You know.
Destiny Child for Phil says, I don't know what that NGL means. I'm old. Y'all know I'm old. He said he almost lost me when he said Whitney is not that girl. Oh, he's talking about you, but she was like had to let him speak what he meant. Okay. But no, they were just saying, they were just making sure why you said Whitney was not that girl. They understood.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, you know about the Beyonce thing, we got thrown off too. We was like, wait a minute,
will always be that girl, but I was just saying she wasn't that girl to try to take all the credit and everything.
Yeah.
She wanted if they love, you know what I mean? So
Miles said, besides Saturday Night Fever, this is my favorite soundtrack. Mike Jones being petty, happy 40 years to Thriller. That we're not there yet. John, You have to respect Whitney. They're trying to say you have to respect that Whitney for letting her others shine, just like Roberta let Luther shine. And yeah, y'all.
That's right. That's right.
Y'all. Let's send a prayer to Roberta Flack, y'all. It's just a lot going on right now. Just send her well wishes and stuff about her.
Yeah, and that ooh.
Yeah, I knew about that before they even announced on IG because I followed the soul thing and I seen the thing. I didn't say nothing about it. I just let the people.
Guys, yeah.
It's just that I love how in tune you guys are with music. Oh yeah, we don't play about the music. So I guess you watched that episode. That's people feel. Yeah, like one thing about us, y'all, we're honest, but we are fair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And one thing about us, we're not. Yeah, Mike, you were being petty. Look, y'all, look.
I don't pay that no mind. At the end of the day, I only know the album for having 4 songs. So next,
JR, don't do that because you're trying it. That's my 4th album of all time. Yes,
and you think it's perfect. Oh, bless your heart. But go ahead.
It is. I don't care. It is what it is. Do you guys ever get a chance to listen to Michael's 40th anniversary for Thriller album? I'm not listening to that new one because they throwing some new mess on there. I'm getting the original. I got my original in the house. Look.
Yeah,
that's the shop feel. I got the vinyl. I'm not getting that new mess. I'm not.
Some of the songs they put on there, I already knew that was out. You know what I'm saying? That was already out, and we knew about it that they threw on there. But
I just don't like when they throw stuff out there. When you're doing an anniversary thing, I know we still on the Bodyguard, y'all, but when and it's crazy that we talking about the Bodyguard because I had a battle of Bodyguard versus Thriller. You know what I'm saying, John? And
you don't do that with Off the Wall though, because you don't need to.
JR, shut up, first of all, because like I said, at the end of the day, is Thriller's going to supersede Off the Wall for themselves, so.
Just for sales, not musically.
Oh, John, I like musically while you sit up there playing.
Oh, you going to really tell me that?
Yes, I do.
This
now,
is about
the Bodyguard.
No, we're not going to do it. No.
Do what?
We're not going to go back and forth about Off the Wall and Thriller. Nope. Mm-mm.
Oh, well, at the end of the day, we know that Michael loves Thriller more. I love you too, sir. But at the end of the day, like I said, when it comes to Off Wall Thriller, those are my top 2. Like, we're not gonna negate that. Like, I'm not picking that. I'm damn sure I'm picking Invincible. Well, baby, mix me with that.
You said you're not who before that?
Invincible.
Before that, you said you're not picking who?
Dangerous.
Why?
I like Thriller and Off the Wall. They're my 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, them is your top 2.
What do you mean? No, look, see y'all, he getting paid with me. Look, see me, Off the Wall versus Thriller. See, they're gonna combo y'all. They started already. Look,
y'all the one. I ain't doing nothing. I was minding my business.
No fool, because you looked at me about the Off the Wall. You like, oh, that's cute. I'm like, JR, look, we've had this conversation. How long for over a year? I would never negate instrumentation. Off the Wall supersedes. We're not playing those games. I would not do that.
Now I give Thriller fever, but Thriller did what it needed to do.
See, John, now you should be laughing in the comments. Now you're laughing about Off the Wall Thriller. See, they made a whole new debate.
Y'all don't want to do a live about that because I'm gonna make y'all niggas love Off the Wall more than Thriller, so don't do it.
Please, look, at the end of the day,
and take away sales.
I don't care. I like both. I like instrumentation for both of them. You know, I have my little MP3 player. But I had Off the Wall more of my MP3 player, I'm not gonna lie. I did. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm Team Thriller. Look, thank you, Decibel, but just
thanks to y'all. Y'all can be.
But I would never not down. But you know, it's amazing, y'all, when people can respect Off the Wall just as much as they do Thriller. You feel like Dangerous is better.
Thank you, God. Thank you. They don't get it. They don't get it at all.
Get it. It's just my opinion. Look.
Listen, I'm glad he said it. Because Off the Wall and then Dangerous is number 2 for me.
And where's Thriller at? Number 5 for you?
Probably number 10.
Whatever. Forget it. Look. At the end of the day, that formula has worked because what it created, confessions for Usher.
You got a point there, dog.
but I'm happy we dissected it. Look, hey, grandma, hey, girl. Look. Look, my top is Dangerous and Off the Wall. Oh, no. My top and Invincible. Oh, MJ Moore.
Okay.
Off the Wall was very good too. Might have to go re-listen to Just the Rank. Oh God, yeah. Now you're gonna have people. But now why you been manipulating all the people.
Look, I'm giving Thriller fever. Everybody that knows me.
But John had his reason. I respect him. So
right, but I give Thriller fever. But at the end of the day, that album did what it needed to do.
Look,
like,
Thriller solo, my heart is broken.
No, I'm just playing. No.
But no, y'all. JR has his opinions. At the end of y'all, it is a pop album.
No damn 10. Whoever got the. Oh, you talking about what's up with the Thriller EP talk? Yeah. Oh, you want to go there? Since you want to bring that up. Yes. I only know about 4 songs on that album, and I will say them is I Want to Be Starting Something, Baby Be Mine, Lady in My Life, and Pretty Young Thing. All them other songs, I don't know them.
Look, see that, look, now that's how I feel respect. He's talking about Gerald always seems to have a valuable reason, so I can't even be mad at him. See, Gerald, oh my God, really? That's why the Destiny Fulfilled episode worked, fool. I can't stand you.
Who put the girl? Okay, this conversation is over.
The girl is mine, yeah.
Oh, please.
Watch out, the girl is mine influence, the boy is mine, so truth is truth. The dog girl is mine. Huh? My Michael is overrated. His girl.
Now we reaching.
Girl, I knew he was gonna go.
Wait. Kamani said, what song is that?
Huh? Not even Human Nature? Oh, talking about Human Nature not your top 4.
Oh, I don't know that song. How it go?
Girls did it. Look.
How Human Nature go? I know the original before the version y'all heard.
You mentioned my face, didn't F with the girl is mine. Who said MJ is overrated? Oh God, here we go. Hey Neil, what ass Neil? Neil, how do you feel about Off the Wall? You know he's gonna go in, but
now Neil already look. You ain't even got to say nothing. Neil know the deal.
Look, I love Neil. I respect Neil's opinions. I want to argue for sure. Oh God, yeah, now you got people. Look, y'all, now they know Thriller gonna be 40 years old. Y'all better be happy. I am doing a debate about Thriller. This coming on the day of the anniversary, so me and Rashad are gonna do that episode.
Oh, I'm going home.
We know you're not gonna support her. Thank you.
No, negative. I'm a support, but I'm gonna be up and
talk about blood on the dance floor. Oh Lord, now you got people on Michael now. Look.
We ain't even gonna talk about blood. What you not gonna do, Mike Jones? Blood on the dance floor. That song is dope.
Oh, they asking what Michael Jackson song do you think is underrated? Okay, y'all. Okay, since now this is kind of great debate because I did do a battle in the past June of The Bodyguard versus Thriller Jobs, right? I did it by sales because a lot of people don't talk about the best-selling albums of all time, and those 2 were the biggest albums of all time in music history. And the reason why I wanted to put those 2 because a lot of people don't respect our Black artists. And when I did that battle, I wanted to make sure that Michael and Whitney get their flowers. You know what I'm saying? And it was so much fun. And it's crazy, y'all. When I had my battle, the people did not pick the songs that you think they picked. They picked B cuts, like.
And I was loving it.
Oh yeah, and y'all, you know, she was the number 1. I Have Nothing. I was so happy. I said, thank God.
Music head. That's why.
I don't understand y'all why everybody would put. Why would I put I Will Always Love You as a number 1 song? No. Mind you, y'all, I done heard they played a lot because I don't even remember at that time, but I know. I got introduced to I Have Nothing. Not shade, but it's true. I'm sorry.
I love. The
real fans know the because thank you, Totally T. Let's be real.
Yeah.
So, Gerald, what do you think is an underrated Michael Jackson song and a Whitney song? Since we talking about those 2.
Oh.
Iberian girl. Oh, baby, y'all know me.
An underrated Michael. Okay, can I ask this question though?
Okay, what?
Are we gonna talk about from Off the Wall on up, or do I want to talk about some stuff that Michael had solo before Off the Wall?
No, Off the Wall on up. We talking about.
Okay, you talking about Off the Wall? Okay, some underrated Michael record. I would have to say, Baby Be Mine.
Thank you. Out job, man. You think I said Baby Be Mine?
Mine is so fucking underrated. People don't even talk about that album when they talking about that song. When they talk
about that on the show a lot on my platform.
Thank you. But yeah, like I was just talking about it with somebody on Twitter today. Like nobody talks about Baby Be Mine at all.
What's an underrated Whitney song, JR?
Ooh. Oh man. You know what's an underrated Whitney song that's a complete gem to me? Lover for Life.
Wow, Joe, you know mine is, and it might be corny, I don't know. But I like Love Will Save the Day.
Oh yeah. She loves that record.
Yeah,
She loves that record. Whitney loves Love Will Save the Day. She loved that.
And I think, Joe, for me, and everybody may not talk about it, but Heartbreak Hotel, the Hex Sector remix. I love that.
Hey, Tamara.
I love that. My mama bought that. My mama bought the single on cassette tape, and I loved it. Because they don't talk about Heartbreak Hotel like that. Even though our girl Tamara did that, shout out to her that wrote the song. But they don't talk about Heartbreak Hotel. That's a gem. And I think y'all like
say, did you just say Just Good Friends?
Dude. Nobody say, oh, MJ Milwaukee. Oh look, Joe, everybody Love for Life is definitely underrated. Hey.
It's the underrated. Listen. Speaking of, I'm Your Baby Tonight album is so underrated for Whitney, and why I want people to let me gather them. Do y'all not know that The Bodyguard, that these songs were recorded during the I'm Your Baby Tonight era?
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah, like she recorded these albums during that era. Like while she was on tour, she did these songs. Wow. So for me, that was when Whitney was at her freest to me, as far as vocally.
Yeah.
You know, she was just letting it rip. And we got these beautiful songs from The Bodyguard because she was recording it during the I'm Your Baby Tonight, that whole era. You know, that literally from like 89 to like 91. Yeah. And when did The Bodyguard come out? 1992.
92, that makes
so
sense.
What we not going to do is discredit I'm Your Baby Tonight, because that's when Whitney said, I'm done with the foolery with y'all trying to act like I ain't black.
Yep. That part. That's good about that. But yeah, bro, I think that's amazing. And for us to even talk about both Michael and Whitney, it's just going to show you how big they were. And not even that, bro. Like, they made history. And I don't like this replacement of them trying to replace Michael and Whitney. This part I don't understand, bro. It's like, if you're trying to replace them, the sales will never supersede what they made. And not even that.
You can never do that, because this was a time when people was actually going to record stores, buying albums. Yeah. People ain't doing that no more. It's all streaming. It's a whole different game plan. You can't compare what Michael and Whitney was selling. So we need to just stop comparing them. Yeah. And honestly, that's what they're trying to do with Beyonce. Let Beyonce be her. She's her own thing. Let her be her. Yeah. Stop with the second coming of Michael Jackson, because we ain't gonna do is bypass his sister.
Y'all, you see people putting Janet in the comment section, Janet Jackson.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they act like his sister is dead. She's here. She's the second coming of him. Her blood is his blood. You know what I mean? So Beyonce is her own entity. We need to stop with this comparing stuff. Because I know when we wasn't doing that in the 90s, we wasn't comparing Whitney to no
folks. We was respecting folks. We didn't play, but y'all play y'all rules.
That part. We wasn't respecting. We wasn't comparing, ooh, Aretha and Whitney, and Whitney is better than Aretha. Absolutely not. No. We was like, Aretha is the queen. But Whitney she's that girl now. Yeah. But Aretha opened the door so Whitney can go through it.
Yeah, you get a lot of
hearts. It was.
Yeah.
And Whitney opened the door for so many girls to go through it after her. Yeah. So right now, Beyonce is opening the doors for so many girls to go through that. So it's like, y'all stop with the comparison. Ain't nobody gonna sell 45 million on no damn album. So forget it.
Oh, soundtrack, that's it.
I don't give a damn how much Beyonce is big as she is. She ain't selling 45 million because a lot of her damn beehive ain't buying it. So
and that's the crazy part. If you love her that much, buy her and support her.
Period.
Obviously. But at the end of the day, yeah, no soundtrack is not going to be The Bodyguard. That's going to be another 100 years.
Hell, ain't no I'm going to beat Waiting to Exhale. Hell, ain't shit going to beat Preacher's Wife. Like, what we
And like you said, bro, do you feel like she set the blueprint for soundtracks of all time, for just period in general?
As far as sales, yes. As far as sales, but you got to remember the 70s was a great time for black music, especially for soundtracks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Talk about Gladys all the time, your girl. Gladys.
Yeah, at Curtis Mayfield, that was great. You had Isaac Hayes, that was great. You had James Brown, that was great. You know, this was the 70s where it's black exploitation. Like, soundtracks was coming out like this.
Yep.
But Whitney had that mainstream platform where she was able to sell like this.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. And so, you know, does Whitney, when you look at soundtrack, do you want to sell like The Bodyguard? Absolutely. But are you? No.
Look, y'all, they say you speaking facts. Look, they agreeing with you. Like Destiny Fulfill said, bring back the era of music when MJ, Whitney, DC, Mariah, when you had to buy CDs and stuff, the new artists wouldn't be able to compare.
Right.
And so
right.
JR is speaking facts. So many fans beg and demand us artists our artists for music, but when we put it out, they barely buy. Then complain when we barely put anything out.
That's just the problem. It's just like, yo, you have to support. You know what I mean? And that's just the bottom line. You have to support.
Look, John, look, Destiny Fulfill said, as a beehive, a lot of hive love to speak and not buy. Her last album reached 1 billion streams, so that's great. But fans love to beg for music, but don't support when it comes. Now, I can respect that. You a beehive.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's what for me, what it is like, yeah, you did all the streaming. Did you go out and buy the vinyl? I know I did.
Yeah, I did. Y'all not a Beehive fan. That's what y'all better realize. The ones that's not Beehive fans actually support Beyonce.
Exactly. All the people that I know, like Timogen went and got it. Deshaun went and got it. So many people that I know went and brought the vinyl. But then you crying when it's not selling like that. Well, then go support it then.
Right. And MJ Moonwalker said, I hate how they try to discredit Janet Jackson and say she's only famous because of her last name. Janet got famous because of her.
Let me tell you something right now, and what we're going to spin this narrative right here and right now. When it comes to the Janet Jackson might have had the name Jackson, but she had to work extra harder to get where she was.
Yep.
Her first 2 albums didn't do shit with the Jackson name.
I agree.
It was when she said, forget the family and I'm going to do it on my own. And that's when she blew up.
Yeah.
So let's not even do that. Because then after a while, she was kicking her brother ass musically.
And I agree. Now, as a Michael fan, I agree.
She was kicking her brother ass.
It's kind of like, you know what, bro? I think after Dangerous, it kind of declined for Michael. No shade, but it's true.
Technically, even after then, because after Bad, after Bad,
okay,
he was looking at his sister because she came out with Rhythm Nation, was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He said, I need to change up my swag. Him and Quincy parted and he went to Teddy, did he not?
Yes, he did.
He went to Teddy Riley and was like, look, nigga, I need some shit. Give me some shit. And he gave him a great 7 songs on Dangerous because Remember the Time and In the Closet, Baby.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But after a while, Janet was kicked because from 86 to 2001, Janet kicked ass.
Yeah.
She kicked ass. That's why her brother wanted to work with her when it came to stream.
But see, that's the feel. You're a real fan. You're a real honest fan. That's why we respect you as a Beehive fan. It's some of your fellow Beehives that are rude and act like they know everything. Look, you got to look what she's saying. She said, truthfully, I can admit I didn't buy the vinyl for Renaissance, but I got the set box. Oh, I love how y'all get
but that's the feel. You support it though.
Yes.
You got people that just streaming and it's like I'm supporting. That don't do shit.
But Jarrod said that plenty of times, St. Joseph. They saying Jarrod was born. Janet did New Jack Swing first before Michael hopped over. Yeah, Jarrod said that plenty of times.
Absolutely. This might flood the room, but let's be real. Janet was still coming to the Black Award show when her brother was.
And I 100 and Jarrod, I even said it on the live. I said Michael was not supporting us. He was. Y'all, I'm a Michael fan. My daddy was the Michael fan. And my daddy, no shade, God rest my father's soul, but he would not have been honest about Michael. I have to be honest about Michael. Y'all know I love Michael to my heart, but Invincible was not my favorite album. It is not up there. And I get it, I understand why, but at the end of the day, it's true. Michael was not supporting us like he should have.
When Michael realized he was Black, when they let him sit at the Grammys when he did Bad, had the biggest album of the year, had 6 #1 records, and ain't win a damn thing.
And y'all seen them? And y'all seen them commercials 35 years later? You was right. He was the biggest thing on earth.
Come on, you gonna tell me Bad shouldn't have won album of the year of 1988? Are you kidding me?
The people in London bought it.
That's hard, but he didn't win nothing. That's when Michael realized, wait a minute. Uh-oh. I thought I was equal to them. I thought I was equal. And they let Michael sit at that Grammys, performed and all that shit.
Yeah.
And what happened? They let him realize he was black. Period. And Michael said, well, I'm gonna go over to my people, because one thing about us, we gonna support our big stars. Because he came back with, remember the time we was up in there, baby. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, we was up in there with him. Look, in the closet, he had Naomi Campbell, a black supermodel, in the video.
Yeah,
he had BigAz and Josie and Michael Jackson. Magic Johnson and Eddie Murphy and Iman and all them. Debo up in that freaking Remember the Time, because he was like, "This is for us."
Yeah,
because y'all support me.
I like when MJ asking y'all the question. She asking she saying, "Do y'all see a resurgence of power ballots happening on the charts anytime in the near future?" Probably.
We need that, and I feel like
me and John talked about it the other day. We need it.
We need it. We need it right now, because I feel like, that is when our black artists was able to kind of show mainstream, look, we can sing with y'all too.
That part.
You know what I mean? Like, if we can sing with y'all, we can get a power ballad and eat it. You know what I'm saying? Why was Whitney Houston was eating power ballads up? Mariah Carey, she black, y'all. And she was eating power ballads up. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, yeah, you had Celine Dion. She was over there doing her little thing.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, we had our artists back then doing power ballads. You had Tevin Campbell, which he should have continued to keep doing power ballads. But we had that. You know what I mean?
Had You by Jesse Powell. I think that would have been his power ballad.
Oh, Tevin?
Yep.
Yeah, I think Tevin went wrong with the third album. He went wrong. He should have went to that Diane Warren and David Foster vibe.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Yeah, and that's what messed him up. MJ Mark got a question, Gerard. They said, do you guys think that other Jackson siblings was jealous of Michael and Genesis? Says, I think Rebbie was, and I can't stand him.
Who?
Rebbie. You know how I feel about her after that documentary, Gerard. I feel some type of way about her.
Oh, Lord.
She better be happy I can't cuss in these letters.
Do I think that they were jealous? You will only be human. You're human. You're human. Like, you can't help it. Like, you're human. You know what I mean? And Jermaine was human.
Elise not here. I can't do what Elise and John do, but they...
Then to be the vine. Food is out the club and disappear.
Look, okay, y'all. So
Centipede was the shit. Shout out to the amazing Martha Wash. There, but do I think? I mean, you're only human. Yeah. If you're not selling and your brother and your sister is out here doing the damn thing, yeah. You know what I mean? Like you're only human. But I think after a while you realize it's like, yo, they're meant to be there. Let them have it. At the end of the day, what is their name? Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Jermaine Jackson, LaToya Jackson, Rebbie Jackson. Like, they're all Jacksons. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's all coming home at the end of the day.
Just like you said about Whitney Houston, Jerry, everybody should respect Whitney Houston.
If you don't respect the Whitney Houston, that woman sacrificed a lot for our entertainment. Her and Michael. Our big artists sacrifice a lot in their lives. Michael, Prince, Janet, Luther. Like, our big artists sacrificed a lot for our entertainment. So I feel like this generation now, y'all ain't sacrificing a lot. Y'all don't understand what it takes. And y'all need to respect the ones that came before you, because they opened the doors for you to do what you do.
Exactly.
I ain't anybody hustle. Look, get your hustle, get your money. I ain't hating.
Yeah.
But what you're not going to do is disrespect the ones that came before you.
Yep.
And act like they're not relevant and they're not. let me tell you something. Their DNA is in all your shits.
Janet, especially Janet Jackson. Oh my God.
The blueprint. The blueprints. Period.
And John, what we say? Who's Whitney children?
Everybody that came after her.
Especially them 90s kids.
Even Tevin V. Campbell.
That is Whitney children. Brandy, Monica, Aaliyah. These are Whitney kids.
That's Whitney kids. All of them.
Yep. All of them. And they always gave her the respect. That's why I don't understand with this new generation. Yeah. A lot of them. And it's crazy when a little girl, when a Little Mermaid commercial thing, John, when they dropped the trailer, the little girl said, "Is that Whitney Houston?" Now, and before y'all know who Whitney Houston is, why can't y'all respect the legends that came before the ones that y'all old enough than them? That's why like, you got in 21's tale and let me know about him. Like, you don't never disrespect the people that came before. You may have your opinion, but make sure your opinion is respectful.
I have to say this. I know I'm taking it to hip hop a little bit, but what I don't like is the whole thing with that girl from Queens disrespecting Lil' Kim.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I say this is because I know a lot of y'all know back then in the 90s that Lil' Kim had to sit in front of an audience and let her berate her, disrespect her, say her was trash, like really to show her sexuality to the world, to be disrespected by mainstream.
And she was 16.
Queens to disrespect her ain't cool to me. Because you never had to sit in front of a white audience and let them disrespect you and your music like that.
Yeah.
Lil' Kim opened that door for you to be who you are. Yeah. So that's why the industry will never respect you, because the one that you're dissing is the one that you're trying to be like.
And that's why you're not going to get a Grammy, ma'am.
Yes. At least Lil' Kim, and what makes it so funny, Lil' Kim has a Grammy in a pop category.
Oh, John, don't tell them that, because I got Joy the Drag from a bar talking about what she wanted with a group. I say it's still a Grammy. What are you talking about? A bar.
So, okay, she won it with a Grammy. I mean, she won it with a group. I mean, Nicki Minaj was with a group. She was with a group when they did Bang Bang. Did they win something then?
No.
She got with her. Well, no. Did her and Beyonce even get nominated for Free Yourself? Feeling Yourself or whatever?
You're not gonna diss Lil' Kim because she got a Grammy. That's what the bars are mad about. And look what's happening now years later. What I said, she not gonna even get one. John, you spoke this up in our last live. You said what you said, and it came from.
I mean, for me, look. At the end of the day, you can have your fan, and you can have your. And I say this. Look, you can be a fan of somebody. You can be a fan of somebody, but goddamn it, be honest. Yeah. Be honest about it. Y'all know in the app, I love the Mary J. Blige. That's my favorite artist of all time. And I'm very critical of her. I'm honest. I ain't no look. If I don't like what the fuck Mary did, I ain't liking it. Period. So y'all can sit there and act like y'all like everything that y'all Stan does, because you don't.
Y'all don't even know what they are.
Stan does.
Yeah.
And that's period.
What we said on live for versus for what you call it, y'all don't even know who they are.
Hello. Because the shit
John, let's leave it alone. Anyway, like I said, unless you in the industry, you're not gonna know. Because trust me, your fave is put on the show. Because once them cameras off, it's a whole different story. Child, please. Anyway, but crispy chicken.
See, y'all going there. I never mentioned that, and I'm gonna leave it right there.
Look, talking about these new folks. Look, somebody else trying to say these new folks don't give props to our legends. No, they don't. That's why one guy.
Because they act like they created this lane. Like there's nothing new under the sun at all. So what y'all doing? Our legends before that went through this and did more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
y'all think Michael's the one that disrespect the artists? No.
Michael never. Michael gave back publishing for free.
That You did disrespect Michael. He did it where you wouldn't eat off your records like he did Eminem.
Let me tell you something. One thing about the Michael Jackson, he was his black artist.
You said
what? He gave Richard, and he gave what's the dude? Oh God, I always forget his name. He played guitar, and he always hold his foot up and ding-a-ling. He got the song Ding-a-ling.
I don't know.
Y'all do know him. He black. Oh God.
Hendrix?
Huh?
It's not Jimi Hendrix?
No, not him.
Chuck Berry?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Somebody.
Thank you, bruh. Thank you. Yes.
Chuck,
yes. He gave them back. They published it for free. So you think he really disrespected them?
No. Do y'all feel that Michael? Do y'all feel like Michael Jackson is a legend that disrespects the most? No. No, Michael was smart. Michael was more of a mental disrespecter. He was smart with his. He was slick nasty, slick shady.
I don't think Michael.
But even if Michael did, you would never know it. John, we catch it, but they don't.
Yeah, I don't think Michael gets disrespected as a legend. His sister.
Well, what John they did with the hairstyles, BS.
Well, that, but as far as one thing, when you say Michael Jackson, everybody knows him. Young, old, black, white, green, whatever. But today, I think his sister gets disrespected more as a legend than he does.
Yeah, it's not even about Michael. It's Janet. It's Janet, especially that Super Bowl. That made it even worse.
Yeah.
Stand to the loves to disrespect legends. I once saw somebody say Taylor Swift was better than Whitney Houston. Didn't I just say that, Joe? I told you I saw that. And I never clicked on Twitter so quick. I know you didn't.
I ain't got time to talk about a board, but go ahead.
I told you, Joe. I said, didn't I tell you that instantly? I said, I remember that. Calling hairstyles, the next King Pop was a drag. I agree. I want to see singer/producer combos again, like Whitney and Narda and Ryan Walter. Yeah, Joe said that too.
I agree.
Have an episode you want to leave about producing a singer combo together?
Have we done one? We might have talked about it like a lot. You know what? We talked about it with the Sites podcast.
Okay, that's what. Oh yeah, y'all just recently did that, Joe. Everybody got to see it.
Yes, y'all got to check out the Sites podcast with Stephanie Abuse, and me and Elise was on there, and we talked about people that have great marriages, and we said much as Mariah gives Walter a lot, which she should, but their music chemistry cannot be denied. You know what I mean? So we talked about a lot in that. So y'all definitely check it out. It's the Sites podcast. It's on streaming. Yo, check them out. They're dope. They family, like they dope. You know?
Janet would not do a versus. Oh no.
She's doing verses. Janet is not going over. She don't have time, and she don't need to, because she will eat all the girls. So next.
Oh yeah, they talk about Janet. Janet does write. I think I have heard that one time talk about her songwriting, but Janet does write.
Oh yeah, Janet actually writes her songs, not 10% and get writing credit. Catch it. I like this. One thing I like about Des Chocolate, you are really honest with your stuff. Although I'm personally getting deep in Janet's discography, I believe nobody can sit in a verse with Janet Jackson. Respect.
Look, I just said Janet's a whole being that yet quiet as it's kept. That's the one thing I don't
quiet as it's kept. Hello, her baby is a billion. Hello.
That's the part I don't understand. Y'all think Janet like she broke, like she's tired, she through. Where y'all get this at? And Janet didn't set the blueprint from Beyonce. John, how many times have we seen Beyonce jump when she hear Janet Jackson?
Oh, she goes crazy over her. That's why I want. Thank you for bringing it there, sis. These stands. How y'all gonna go in on a person that y'all fave loves very much?
I don't get it.
I don't get it at all. I know y'all beehive and y'all go hard for y'all people. Hey, do what you do. But all you gotta listen to is the Break My Soul remix on Who She Named.
She named everybody.
She did it on a Madonna record, and we all know what goes on with Madonna and Janet.
And me. And Madonna still act like, wait, 30-some years later, child.
Exactly. And on a Madonna record, what did Beyonce say? She said Janet. She named her. Mm-hmm. So y'all fave, y'all go in on Janet, but stop.
The gag is look, Jared, somebody said the gag about Janet, her unreleased songs are fire too.
Oh, better believe it.
Beyonce loves us some Janet, so trying to compare the two is weird, especially since Beyonce looked up to Janet. Yeah, y'all said that time.
Y'all can compare her to Rihanna. Let's see how that goes.
I'm gonna leave that alone because you know how they.
Okay.
You know how they combo get these folks.
Podcast did a whole episode on Beyonce versus Rihanna, and baby, it got deep, and people's feelings might get hurt.
But you know what, bro? And that's why I'm happy we had this conversation. That's why I think doing the Whitney the Bodyguard soundtrack, it shows how the way the legacy has been panning out as the years have gone by. But for us, the Whitney still be talked about 30 years later, especially the soundtrack. It goes to show you that her music is timeless, you know? And I just don't understand. For me, sometimes I think the Bodyguard, not saying it gets swept under the rug, but it doesn't get talked about as a monumental album for what it did in the eras to come, you know? Because even though we don't talk about the other 6 tracks on the album, we do respect Whitney Houston on this because she was the blueprint of why this album did the way it did.
Yeah. I mean, when you talk about albums, period, The Bodyguard has to be discussed. Like, you can't sit there and not discuss it. I mean, if you're gonna throw Thriller out there, then hey, you gotta throw The Bodyguard.
And that's
I mean, they'll tell you have to. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and what makes me so proud is they both were black. You got the Eagles out there selling millions and the Beatles and selling millions. But now when you look at these Guinness Book World Records and shit, you got to look at Michael Jackson and you have to look at Whitney Houston. They are books and they will never be topped, especially not in this era. You can't do it. People was actually going to Sam Goody to buy them.
That part.
Going to the record shops to buy these.
That part. And look, John the Gram says, since the days, all the girls are trying to come up with their own Velvet Rope album. All of them, even the fellas.
Come on. Can we get how you tap a light on his?
I'll pin the comment. Look.
And every one of the girls are trying to have a Janet era, the Janet album era, and you can't.
Look, and St. Joe said the Velvet Rope tour, in my opinion, is her best. Every year, that new gen girl is trying to replicate that tour. Tiana Taylor.
Ooh.
She do try to replicate that. I noticed that.
She do, but you can tell she's really in it.
Love Janet. Like she
love her. Love her.
Aaliyah love Janet. Aaliyah, let's get one thing straight. Hey y'all, this conversation keeps coming up. People are still saying Aaliyah can't sing. I don't like this.
Let me tell you something. The Whitney Houston that we was talking about, when they asked her doing My Love Is Your Love, because what before that, Whitney said, I listen to singers, right? So she was doing the My Love Is Your Love tour, and the guy was asking her about working with Missy.
Yep.
And she said, I love Missy because she was working with Aaliyah, and I love Aaliyah's voice. So when you have the voice saying that she loves her voice, leave it alone.
Yeah, they talk about. I mean, y'all, they still come with this narrative that this girl cannot sing. I said, why in the way y'all come with this?
Wait. You talking about the new generation's girls are saying that Aaliyah can't sing?
Not the new girls. I'm talking about and their fans. Their fans.
That's a joke, right? That's really a joke. We talk about these new girls, and we're gonna talk about them talking about people that can't.
The fans. Their fans.
Oh yeah, their fans. Okay.
Oh, Aaliyah. They be going in about Aaliyah. I seen it the other day again. I was like, I'm so sick of this narrative. Y'all was just sitting there.
Oh yeah, they do it to Janet too. They do it. They do it to Janet. They saying that when it comes to the Beyonce comparison, they be like, "Oh, Beyonce can sing better than Janet." But I'm gonna quote my friend, me and Elisa's friend, Jimmy Jam. This is the thing that he said. Whitney is the singer that you want to listen to. Yeah. Janet Jackson is the singer you want to sing along with.
That part. Oh Lord, here we go. I think Aaliyah barely got a chance to even live out her vocal. Okay, now that's true. I agree.
That's true.
But mind you, that made sense. But they're saying that she couldn't sing, period. Look at y'all face. Y'all finna go in.
Just right. That's Destiny Shopperfield. That they act like just because you can't do these high ranges and all that. To be honest with you, I love it. Gladys Knight is my favorite singer. She don't be hitting them high ranges notes.
She can,
but that thing
want to.
Right. She is a flat-footed singer. And like Layla Hathaway, one of the best singers. We love her low range. We don't want her to be all up there in the sky to show that she can sing.
Anita.
You know what I'm saying? The powerhouse shit. Huh?
Now, who just said Mary can't sing? Oh, I ain't never heard of that. Ooh.
Okay. We talking about
Now, JR, I know you can go in.
This is what I'm going to say to this when it comes to the Mary J. Blige. The queen of pop. Mary can sing, but is Mary the vocalist like Whitney and Mariah? No. We love Mary for her emotion. We love when a wrong note comes out because we know it's real. That's the difference. Mary can sing, but if you want to put her on the technical singers like a Whitney, Mariah, Aretha and all them girls, you ain't gonna put up there like that. But Mary is a singer that sings with her emotion.
Yeah.
She don't sing technically. So we want that wrong note come out. It's like, oh, Mary, I feel you, girl. Yeah. Oh. Mary, I feel you. That's what we love about the Mary J. Blige.
Oh, baby, if I hear that, you know, I'm
trying to say Mary can't sing. Stop. Now, I get Mary fever because that's my favorite artist and y'all all know it. I get Mary fever. Like, do I want Mary? I don't want Mary to be a technically great singer.
That don't even make her a singer.
I want the note that I give, that she gives to me. That's what I love about her because it's real.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. You know what I mean? These girls are trying to be perfect like Brandy and you can't.
And that's my favorite artist over there.
Brandy don't be running all over the place. She might do it live, but it makes sense. These girls do it because they just say, oh, Brandy did it, but it don't sound right. Just
Look, it's like Nina Simone compared to Sarah Vaughan or Ella Fitzgerald.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Somebody said, by the way, Joe, I love your video about the Emotions album.
Oh, thank you.
I hear that, Joe. Everybody do like to do that. But like, why do you feel that I think the new generation never connects with us, our artists? You think they don't want to care?
I think it's a double-edged sword, and I'm gonna say this. I feel like the younger generation feels like, you know what? Because we've been there though. We've been in their shoes, and we've been
in there. But mind you, we gave them respect. That's a
we did. But we're in the space. They're in this space like I can do what I want to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I don't care. You're not gonna tell me what I don't have to do. But then we got the OGs that's saying, "Oh, you want to talk like that? Well, then forget you. Then we can't give up on them. We can't give up on young kids. That's why." And I may take it and make it a little sad, but that's why we got people like Takeoff, and that's why we got people like all these people dying because we don't have these OGs that's grabbing them like, yo, shake your shit up, yo. Like, it's real out here. Give respect to these OGs, yo, because if they would have gave respect to these OGs, they wouldn't have been moving the way they were moving.
What I would say about Migos and them, they gave respect. So that was a little bit of difference between them versus with a lot of them. But like you said, y'all, their age group around them, I do agree on that. They do not. 21 Savage, he showed you who he was when he did that comment.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you got the older generation, the OGs, like, oh, you talking to me some way? I don't care. Right. And I'm just gonna leave you alone. You can't do that. You can't give up on these kids, man. You can't. You gotta.
I love our high school kids. They say I'm only 16 and I don't even listen to this new stuff. It's not that good.
Wow, you 16.
Yeah,
Wow.
the Destiny Fulfilled ones are young too, Jared. Jared, you know we have a lot of young ones that do follow us, and
That's a beautiful thing, and that's what for us
yeah,
we try to do. And you know, a lot of our family. I'm talking about real family. You know what I mean? You know, Arm Soul Effect. Shout out to Rashad. You know what I mean? You know, Darius with no goofy shit. You got what's the name? Our girl Kels.
mm-hmm.
Got her, and what we try to do is display the R&B history. Just know the history. You ain't gotta like it.
You ain't gotta like it.
You gotta like it. Just know it. Just
Don't
know it.
it. That's what I'm saying. That's what we all do. That's why me and Jar, we do what we do. We want to make sure, I may do my album anniversary, but I want to make sure that everybody's respected as such. They may have had one hit because Jar, you know, somebody.
You gonna go there? Go ahead.
I actually wasn't trying to, but I thought about it after the fact. I said, I just pushed the button. Let me hold on. Let me catch myself.
You know, Elise will be very happy you going there because
I want to go there because, baby, I was about to go there with somebody.
Yeah. I got that phone call early.
Whatever. I was like, damn. JR called him at his job, and I don't even call JR at his job.
I got that phone call. I was like, it's already being handled, sis.
I said, what? I said, oh, we don't play those games right here. But no, I just think that regardless of one hit, two hit, five hit, it don't matter. A song is a song, and not that a legacy is a legacy. Because like I said, y'all keep going in about these one hit wonders. If you see Baby Got Back, old boy made a lot of money off that one song. So we're not going to just
of some music, especially 90s R&B. You know what? This is what I want some of these people, some of y'all in here to do.
Yeah.
I try to also, I know 90s R&B is where it is, and that's where everybody kind of goes back to because we like damn near 30 years into this.
Right.
Try to go back into that 80s stuff, y'all. Like, for real, like, try what Leon Silvers was doing for the Whispers and what he was doing for Shalimar and what he was doing for Dynasty and what Kashif was doing for Evelyn Champagne King and what he was doing for Melba Moore and what he was doing. Like, go to there. Like, see why 90s what it was.
Your fave sample their music.
Right. Exactly. Like, go back to the 70s, y'all, when we were being artists, y'all. Yeah. It was us. It was so black in the 70s, and black was crossing over to the mainstream. You got white people that wanted to have afros, just saying.
But y'all not even that. But y'all not even that. Look, y'all not even that. But yeah, like our people, like John's right, y'all. It started way back. It's not in the 90s. Like I may do a lot of 90s and 2000s. I try my best to get those 70s and 80s because that's like kind of where I want to stop in my era. But Jar is right. You have to really go back. That's why watching the documentaries for me made me love Sam Cooke more, made me respect Quincy Jones more. Like, even though I'm young and in my 30s, I didn't really know about their catalog until I watched their documentaries like that. I might have heard like one or two songs, but when I respected legacy and what they did, I was like, wait a minute, these people need to be respected as such. Nina Simone made me cry.
Oh, yeah.
I heard about her, but I didn't know her story was that deep. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
it's deep.
Yeah.
No, but not even that. People like them always need respect. That's why I be so happy when people come up in the DMs and be so like, thank you for honoring, thank you for hitting me up. Like one lady, she almost killed me because she was like, you didn't tag me on the thing. I said, man, I don't know your name, right? At the end of the day, I get it, but I don't know you. You know, and it's nothing against them, but I do respect that they feel like they want to be recognized on my platform, on JR's platform, to know that we love and care about them. You know, so
right.
It's all about us if you listen to all the music. But I think for me, like Johnny Taylor is my boy. And that's one person you need to hear about it. Shout out to Unsung. Oh yeah, Unsung too. Unsung make you understand about certain things too.
I heard you 80s, but I wouldn't know where to start as far as a black artist. Who would I say start with in the 80s? I would say
or Teddy.
You said who?
Booth or Teddy?
Yes. I will start with Luther. Start there. And once you start with Luther, you will kind of go through that because then start doing research on Luther and who he was inspired by. Luther was a lot of the females. Yeah. So he was inspired by Roberta Flack. He was inspired by Aretha Franklin. He was inspired by Dionne Warwick. He was inspired by all those girls because he came from background. He was inspired by Shaka Khan. So when you get into an artist, that's how I would say, Destiny Shall Fulfill, start with Luther. Then start searching the artists that he was inspired by. And
then for them, they can look at the genius thing and look at what songs they've been sampled by. It'll make sense because, like, is she the reason? That is that's our song. But Melba Moore ties in. And Melba Moore is with the people. You know what I'm saying? We love Miss Melba Moore.
Oh, yeah, we love her. Miss Melba, we love her. Miss Melba Moore at support.
That is her song for Destiny's Child. Is she the reason? You know what I'm saying? That's her song. And that made me respect her even more. Mind you, I've been hearing that song 15 years, but I never knew that was Miss Melba Moore. I never knew that.
Yeah, you know that was my girl. That was her girl.
It shocked me because I've been listening to that record for almost over 20 years, but for me to even know that she was a part of my girl's legacy, that made me respect her even more. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's just hey.
Yeah. Oh no, he wasn't primary. He started in the 80s, baby.
No,
he started in the 80s.
A lot of people get that. But
he started. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Destiny Shall Fulfill. Start with the album, the Luther album, Never Too Much. Start with that. That came out in 1981. Start with that and then go up. But start with that album first because I know A House Is Not a Home. That is on that album. That was Dionne Warwick's song. So you can get into her. But start with Luther's Never Too Much. Start with that.
Yeah. Yeah, and next time y'all notice too, if you notice Dance With My Father, Beyonce danced on the video. You know what I'm saying? You see how all that ties in together.
Yeah, they did. I get to.
It's you. Tie together. You know what I'm saying?
How did Brian say it, sis? Connect the dots.
And then, y'all, mind you, I'm JR, do you want to talk about Miss Queen Bee about what we think, or we want to let the folks know next year?
What? About what?
About Beyonce for next year.
You talk about what we thought.
Let's just say this. We think Beyonce is going to do it big next year.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to be huge, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready. The Beehive is going to lose their mind.
I'm not even a Beehive, but I'm going to lose my mind and lose my
baby. We got that word. We was like, bitch, what?
And me and Kel have already said we're going to Houston. Yeah,
that part.
Yeah, you want me in NY. You know she's going to do it big in NY. She's going to Houston.
If I'm thinking what I'm thinking, bitch, I'm going to have to fly to Houston, the freak.
Oh, yeah, I'm going. Oh, yeah, I told you we need to go to Ace now, all of us.
Yeah. That might have to be the move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look, St. Joseph said Beyonce is heavily influenced by Luther. 100%. But these are kids that are
vocally. She know how to vocally produce like Luther.
I wouldn't want to be her musical director to get that set list together because, baby, especially with that last album.
baby, that is going. Let me tell you something. This tour, hopefully,
yeah.
Baby, she's letting the girls have it. You hear me? That's going to be a straight runway. Let me tell you, 10, 10, 10 across the board. Let it be known. Beyonce is going to give. You hear me?
Yes, she is.
Give. And we're going to get that summer renaissance. We're going to get that alien superstar. We're going to get that pure honey, baby. And we're going to get that Virgo's groove, baby. Mm. And you know we're going to get that cozy. Shout out to T.S. Madison, baby.
Look, and she better do Dangerously in Love because that mother's making 20 years next year. I want to see something.
Yeah. You know she is. You know she is. You know she is. Come on now.
You know, Joe, I'm doing that for y'all episode anyway. I'm already doing it for y'all episode. I'm cutting up for Dangerously in Love.
You already booked, right?
No, I didn't book it, but you know I am.
I know you are. Okay.
Yeah, you already know. Look, that says stadium only kind of venue. Yeah, Josh, she sell out the stadiums.
That part.
Look, that's one thing I appreciate about you guys. Y'all listen to y'all talk about inspiration, study the greats, and study who your great thought was great. Yeah, because
exactly.
So who made me do that, y'all? And I'm be real with y'all. I was just like some of y'all little snags. I used to disrespect artists too, and I got really checked real quick. Got my soul blessed real quick. When I disrespect Bobby Brown, I had to catch myself. Because when I saw the history and I read about his legacy, I said, oh, I need to be shut down real quick. It's all about understanding. But when you respect, and you know it came full circle because last one, when somebody disrespect, and mind y'all, this person was a music page, probably the same age as me, and they disrespect Bobby Brown. I had to check them, but it goes to show you once you understand and respect people, and mind you, it's all about a reality check. Because if I would ever see Bobby Brown, I would let him know I respect your legacy because I got checked by my own family member about you. But what I did was I did my research and I understood.
See, the thing is, we didn't have internet and all that. When I started really getting to music at 6, my mother started making me read books.
Yeah.
I started reading books. I started to learn about who these artists was and who produced what and who produced this. And then after that, I started getting more into it and getting in liner notes myself. Like, oh,
yeah.
Well, oh, this person played guitar for this person?
Yeah.
Oh, let me connect the dots. And that's why you know a lot. And you be like, yo, you got to respect that guitar player because if he playing for Shaka Khan and he playing for Aretha Franklin, he good. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you do it. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
You know, you just got to, like you said, you got to get checked. You know what I mean? Because early.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you might love SWV and you might love Mary J. Blige, but what you ain't going to do is respect Aretha and LaBelle and them.
Look at Tamal, y'all. Didn't we just talk about one hit and Tamal just popped in the live?
Yeah, it's because Miss, I told him he booked and busy.
Look. We got to make sure Tamal gets his people.
I did talk about you, Tamal. I did. I talked about you when we was talking about The Bodyguard.
Right.
I did.
Right.
I did.
Make sure that Jay have multiple hits, not one. Timon, look, you did a great episode.
I don't think Timon saw it.
Oh, he did? Oh, well, he'll see.
Yeah, Timon, go to the post that I put up on Thursday, that I put up with your episode where you were talking about Don't Walk Away, and just look at the comments. Catch what you see.
Look, y'all, then we talk about Usher. Look, that's why I do more. That's why I do with my grades. I thought Chris was the GOAT. Then I watched Usher's tours, 8701. His breath control was unmatched. Then study Usher's great talent. Don't Be Cruel. Oh, talking about then study Usher's greats. Bobby Brown, Don't Be Cruel, 8891, one of the best tours. Oh yeah, that's all my cousin talked about. Jesus Lord. Is his number one, child? I'm like, my girl, your number one. He says no. I'm a Bobby Brown stan, child.
Oh yeah.
He's Bobby Brown, the new edition. Like he loves them. Like he loves them.
Bobby came in 88 and he created a whole new lane.
But they thought Gerald, after he married Whitney, he wasn't that dude. I said, are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me?
You know, that's just people running their mouth, man.
But at the end of the day, is Bobby gonna always get his respect on this other thing. Frankie Lama is an artist that doesn't get the credit he deserves. I do agree on that.
Yeah, I do. I agree. I think Frankie Lama definitely deserves more. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's like back then, a lot of our black artists didn't get respect. Look at Little Richard.
Yeah, did we talk about that on the last live?
He got a whole genre taken from him. A whole genre taken away from him. Hey. So a lot of our black artists back then didn't get respect anyway. We start really getting our respect until really the 70s because we started talking about what was going on in our communities within within our music. Yeah. That's why we got a lot of like Marvin, what's going on, and Stevie and Donnie and Roberta and Philly and the Philly International and things like that because we started putting it in our music. Before them, we were trying to be equal to them. And so we realized, why try to be equal to them and they ain't respecting us anyway? So let's talk about what's going on in our communities. Yeah. And once we started doing that, it started being what it was in the 70s. That's why a lot of our black songs in the 70s was talking about political stuff and crossing over to mainstream America, which was a beautiful thing. But it was black.
And y'all need to thank Johnny Taylor because I feel like Johnny Taylor was that trailblazer too. That's the part I don't understand. I'm like, how y'all?
Oh yeah. Johnny don't get a lot either. You see what I'm saying?
But I give him all the respect. That's my boy for life. But I'm just really proud, bro, that we've got to honor Whitney, but not even that, just honor the legacy of the Bodyguard, because I feel like this has opened the door for the conversation that we have now to talk about other Black artists that need to be respected as such, you know? And for us, is for the Bodyguard to pave the way, I think, for all soundtracks after this, or even probably before. I think it was inspired like Claudine and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? This soundtrack really inspired a Black woman to really make way for all walks of life, but not even that, to help people be mainstream, but not even that, do stuff that you love, but do it with your heart and have the Lord always all the time. You know?
Yeah.
We need to do this. I'm just super proud for her to get her flowers, but not even that, all the people that was on here, Aaron Neville, Kenny G, Curtis Stickers, you know, Michelle Visage, the Soul System, you know, all these people need to be respected as such because they made a monumental album that crossed over boundaries, you know, and really for us to really love Whitney even more, you know. And like you said, Josh, she had people in Brazil that couldn't even speak English talk about
that. I'm telling y'all, if you get a chance, go watch the I Have Nothing in Brazil and just watch. It just goes to show you they don't even speak English, but they are sitting there singing along louder than Whitney was.
Yeah, they caught a praise dance for Whitney.
That's why, honestly, when that Brazil concert is probably my favorite Whitney concert.
I watched it. I didn't watch it since
I watched that a little before we got on here. I love that joint. I love it. And my favorites are Jesus Loves Me, when she does Revolution, and when she does
The Bodyguard tour was so long.
It was long now. It was long. It went from 93 to 94? Nah, it was only a year. It wasn't that long. It was a year.
One thing I can say about Brazil, one of the best crowds, they love their artists over there. Oh yeah, they do.
They love Whitney, man, over there, baby. What? Oh God, man. That it's my favorite because you could tell Whitney was just, she was giving all she got. You know what I mean? Like she always did, but it was just something about her. I mean, I love the Whitney Houston, but her fashion wasn't that great.
I believe it. Whitney probably told her she didn't care. You know,
yeah, because she wanted you to pay attention to this.
Yeah. But I don't care. I think her best fashion though was when she did the Billboard. She looked gorgeous with that all.
I love did the AMAs though, when she did I Have Nothing and
talking about that black gown.
Oh my God, that black outfit, she looked beautiful.
And the NAACP, oh my God.
Oh yeah, that little black velour dress. Oh yeah. Yeah, I love what Denzel said. He said when he won, he said, "I'm glad that Whitney Houston wasn't in this category."
And because they know that Whitney was that job, which you all say Whitney was that girl.
She was that girl. Whitney was that girl from 1986.
Well, 85.
85, it took a minute.
Right, it did.
86 to about 1995, Whitney was that girl. And she still was afterwards, but it was the new girls was, you know, starting to do their thing. But them, I get, man, I say this, from 1985 to 2000, Whitney was that girl.
15 years straight, yep.
15 years strong. She was that girl. And Whitney will always be respected. She's on the Mount Rushmore, period. Vocalist, she's on the Mount Rushmore. She crossed over, had white people loving her, had black people loving her, had different people that couldn't speak English love her. Like, the bottom line is Whitney connected to everybody. Everybody. And if you can't love somebody like that gave up so much for us to be entertained, then you got to look at yourself.
Come on, preach. Preach, JR. So, JR, if you had to describe one word, this is going to be the last question. If you had to describe one word about the Bodyguard, what one word would it be?
Whew. I'm gonna say Legendary.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say Legendary. Just like I said before, I said that when you think of soundtracks, this definitely has to be in your top. Period. If it ain't in your, as far as impact, as far as sales, as far as all of that, come on. You the Bodyguard did many things, and when you talk about soundtracks, you might, hey, it might not be your favorite because I mean, for me, y'all, it's not my favorite. No, because y'all know Claudine, Sparkle, and Waiting to Exhale is the top for me. Those are top three. But when you want to talk about impact, what this album did, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jordan Choice, we know. We definitely know. But
Child, please.
but I would say the one word for me is gonna be icon. It's gonna, reason why I say icon is because Jay, I love how you, when you talk about Jenny, the way you talk about with albums, I really feel like this was her icon status. It was a wrap. Once she did The Bodyguard, Whitney was on the planet out of here.
By herself.
By herself. Like, yeah. Was that girl. And whatever happened, I love Brandy Rose said the Bodyguard soundtrack is top tier. Oh yeah, they're top tier. I agree. Yeah. Everybody don't talk about the Waiting to Exhale, but I feel for me when it comes down to the Bodyguard, when you talk about Whitney Houston's catalog, the Bodyguard is always in that conversation. We cannot forget that. And I feel that for me, and it's one thing I feel that for me when it comes down to Whitney Houston, she will always be the game changer, the trailblazer, but the woman that really, really paved the way for women, period, from all races. Because without Whitney, we wouldn't have Britney, Christina, Brandy, Monica, Aaliyah, and the list can go on and on. But without Whitney Houston, we wouldn't have them.
Talk about it.
Yeah. So.
Boom, pow, pow, boom.
All right, bro. So I'm so happy that we're finished with this. Look, everybody like that. They so excited. I'm just happy that we had this conversation because I feel like the part is that's crazy. That's one section that doesn't get talked about like all other things, you know. But no matter what has happened, I'm truly proud that we gave Whitney and everybody on the soundtrack their flowers, you know, because they will always be respected. But I just feel like I wanted to have this conversation because I know we give I Will Always Love You fever, but at the end of the day, without I Will Always Love You, we wouldn't have I Have Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what happened, I'm just really happy to do this, and I'm happy, bro. Do you got anything you want to promote and support and stuff like that? Oh, too, before we get to that, tomorrow y'all also join Quincy. Quincy, my girl Quincy, she is going live tomorrow morning. I think tomorrow afternoon. She's doing the 24th anniversary of her interview that she did with Whitney Houston back in the day on Finale.
Yes, she is. Yes.
And also yesterday, y'all happy 24th anniversary to Whitney Houston's album "My Love Is Your Love" that made 24 years, the same day as The Bodyguard. I know we don't talk about that because it hasn't been the album's like certain specific anniversary, but y'all, we want to make sure that the album gets its respect too because it did come out the same day as The Bodyguard, so y'all give it to the respect. All right, bro. So. Anything you want to say or any words, anything you got?
Well, y'all definitely follow the R&B Reps. Me and my sister Naturally Elise, my partner in crime, man. The episode that we have out that's, you know, as amazing with our sister Chastity, man. That conversation, us talking about Destiny's Child, Destiny Fulfilled, was an amazing conversation. We did not know that it was going to hit the way it did. You know what I mean? Like, we really didn't like to get the love that we got that. And for Michelle Williams to love it. And she retweeted it and told us, thank you for doing it. It was like, wow. And like she said, they loved our honesty. We was very honest. It was no disrespect on them or anything. We were open, we were honest, everything about it. Y'all, if you know anybody that's fans of the Destiny Fulfilled album, I would definitely recommend y'all share that video with me, Chastity, and Elise talking about the album. It was funny, with some funny moments, it was some emotional moments. It was a great thing. I love what me and my sister are doing with the R&B representatives. Us talking about these albums and giving albums credit is just amazing. We got so much in store. The next episode this Sunday at 2 p.m. is with our brother in music, Rashad from R&B Soul Effect. and we are talking about Tevin Campbell's I'm Ready. So let me tell you something about that episode. Rashad is going to go off.
Oh, I wait.
Off because he said what we ain't gonna do is act like can't we talk is the only thing that exists.
No.
So that episode is great, and we're gonna let that episode sit for 2 weeks. So y'all got plenty of time to see it. Oh, Destiny Shopperfield, go to the R&B Representatives on YouTube, and it's the first video there, and you can click it and watch it. It's such an amazing episode. We cut up. If you think we cut up on this, baby. So yeah, follow me on Dreams World of Soul. Look, I'm just a music head that loves to talk about music, love having great conversations like this. You know what I'm saying? I got to give my sister Chastity love. I love that thing right there, man. You know, when it comes to music, man, we love this thing, man. We don't do it for clicks and views. We do it for the history so we can continue to keep pushing this R&B here because mainstream is trying to disrespect it, and we can't do that. We can't do that. That's why we need y'all to understand the history of this.
Amen.
You know what I mean? Start conversations with this, man. If you don't know, ask. If you don't know about an artist, ask. That's why I love what y'all were doing in here. Look, where would I start? Where should I go? Look, DMs are always open. Sis know her shit. I know my shit. Nasty Elise know her shit. Darius, 90s Mood, Kels, so many of us, the Sykes podcast, like, check out these podcasts, y'all. It's real. It's R&B for real. And it's no fake shit. No nothing. So, y'all, thank you for showing us so much love. And it's just amazing that you got people that love R&B like you. And we can bug out and laugh and be shady. But, you know, it's all love. You know what I mean?
Right, bro. And that's what I said, too. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, y'all, for coming on my live. Y'all, also, too, this Sunday, I'm having a battle of the album 2021. We are doing, oh, yeah, y'all, look, everybody in the comments is just so ready. We got Jasmine on the hotel.
Baby.
You ready?
Yes.
With this one, my girl Samaya from the Gap Visual, she's so sweet. She definitely does what we do. She does review on albums and everything. She's super dope. Okay. I found her during the Aaliyah Red album. She did that one. That's how I found who she was. And she'll be excited.
Oh, okay.
That's how I found her. But she's gonna be representing for Jasmine Sullivan Hotels, and then we have our Summer Walker. I'm Still Over It. That album is gonna be going against that one. And that's the one I'm excited because I do like I was listening to Summer Walker album more than Jasmine's, but you know now since I've gotten into both of them, I really do like the cohesive narrative that they were trying to put out at that time. But for me, I'm super excited, and I definitely have Brian Sapp from the Black Blurred podcast. He's gonna kill me. He's gonna be represented for the Summer Walker album, so that's gonna be dope. And then also, y'all, November 27th, child, I think y'all ready for that battle more than the one I got coming up Sunday. We got the Side Chick versus the Breakup Anthem.
Baby.
I ain't never seen y'all go in and like no post, no comment. And y'all, let me tell you, the people like the Team Breakup. I said, oh, y'all like the guy songs. Okay, well, we'll see when we get to this battle.
Oh, honey, they gonna change their minds, believe it.
We'll see, but you know for sure, I'm excited to see about that one. We'll be doing that on November 27th. I don't know, I may come in. Well, no, I probably don't. That's why I gotta make these announcements. So November 27th, y'all, Side Chick versus the Breakup Anthems. I'm gonna have my relationship expert and my girl Arthur, Miss Kiana Daniels should be joining me to do that battle. We're gonna be talking about side chicks, about breakup. The rest of the topics we're gonna go in and we'll be talking about the top 15 songs that we picked for each side to go head to head against each other. I'll throw some little samples out there. I kind of did a little mix now because you know IG is opened up to now when you do a post you can tag the song in there. So I want to kind of throw those little gems out there and see what y'all heads at. When that battle is gonna be the week after the Jasmine Sullivan and the Summer Walker. That battle is gonna be November 27th. So y'all gotta tune in for that one because that one's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. And all these battles, y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe on Twitch and YouTube on my channel. Make sure you do the R&B Rev, subscribe to YouTube and like my stuff on their channel. Like we want to make sure we got this R&B conversation going. But not even that. And then also one more battle, December 5th. Now this battle, I don't know if everybody gonna be ready for this one, but we got Brandy's B7 album versus the Victoria Monet Jaguar. That one's gonna be dope. December 5th. I can't wait for that battle. That's gonna be very interesting. I'm already kind of getting what people's heads at, but they're gonna be very surprised on how that battle will be going down. But I'm
that you doing it with?
Oh, I'm gonna wait till I drop that flyer next week. That flyer will be dropped next week. But right there, look, Timothy, we about to end the live. But other than that, That's gonna be a good battle too. So we're gonna see, because a lot of people don't talk about those two albums, which is so crazy to me. But we're gonna make sure they get their flowers and get their respect. So make sure y'all tune in on Twitch on that episode, and not there. Make sure you tune in Sunday for JR's episode with his co-host Elise. R&B reps. They're gonna be doing Tevin Campbell's iconic 1993 album. 1993. JR, look, I'm ready. Shit, I can't even think of it. Shit, I'm trying to get everything out. But other than that, you just got out of Honda. Really? Okay, you try.
Pour your girl Shaka up in the line.
Okay, give me some time, because
I'm playing Timothy.
yes, you're gonna be in love with those albums. I promise you, those two albums you're gonna really love about.
Oh yeah, you're gonna enjoy them. Yes,
you're gonna very enjoy it. But other than that, that's pretty much it, bro. But y'all, we are done with our beautiful 30th anniversary open discussion special of the great iconic soundtrack, The Bodyguard. God bless y'all. I hope y'all have a great night, y'all. I'm about to be dropping 4 albums tonight. Whew, y'all gonna be shocked with these anniversaries.
Anniversary?
I'm dropping 4 albums tonight, so give me prayer. I got
it's anniversaries?
I got 4 anniversaries. I got Tony, Rihanna, Keisha, and 702.
Rihanna. Rated R. Hey, I thought. Wait. It's the 20th or the 23rd.
No, it's this Sunday. I mean Saturday. All I see is signs. All I see is dollar signs. Money.
Oh shit, girl! I pray for you, girl.
Throw it up, walk up in the sky. Hey, throw it up.
Yes.
Look,
apologetic. Yes.
But I gotta make sure those albums get their respect. But rated R. Child, baby, you need to listen to that. That's my album.
Yes. Yeah.
But,
go there.
Y'all, we're gonna end on that note. I love you guys. Wish you all the blessings in the world. Thank you so much, y'all.
Have a good Thanksgiving too, y'all. Love your family. Love everybody. Show love for the holidays. For real.
Yes, y'all. Y'all have a safe Thanksgiving. I know I'm not going to be on live next week, but y'all have a safe Thanksgiving. Y'all be blessed. Stay true to yourselves, like y'all said. Be safe and just be back alive.
Right.
All right. Love you, bro. Y'all be
Love
good.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.